everybody. Um, the audio may be a little messed up. I think I tuned it pretty well, but let us know if you have any issues. You're going to have me, Harley, hanging out here doing the quest, and we have MageBit as our guest DJ for the evening. I guess I'll word it that way. How are you doing,
going
Mage?
on? I'm doing all right. I'm just hanging out, working on some cooking, looking forward to watching some quests, looking forward to being the one not questing.
Awesome. Yeah, I bet you and Quest do not have a good relationship. I don't know. I don't know what either of these quests I'm doing tonight are going to be like. Well, we're doing at least 3. My first 2 are going to be Zogre Flesh Eaters, and then As a First Resort. I know they're both kind of old quests, so they could
It's gonna be
suck.
fun for me to kind of re-see those though.
Yeah, and I think for probably a lot of the audience too. Thanks, Sudwood. I'm glad the audio sounds good. All right.
Yes.
The client is done checking the cache, so I can log in and hope there's no lag.
Just gonna open this in a new window and mute the stream so I can watch full screen. Or at least fuller screen. Want to keep an eye on the chat. So I will be interacting with the chat.
Yeah. Now, here's a question for the chat. Should I do the quests without a guide? Keep in mind that I'm terrible at stuff like that, but if you want me to try,
It's 2 brains here.
we'll at least try.
1.125 perhaps.
Yeah. And the chat. I'd make the chat have to help us too. That way
Yeah.
would be easier.
I would say, I mean, my personal vote is blind until you're seeing red. Then you can use a guide.
Do an old school RuneScape quest instead? I mean, these quests are probably available in... Well, no, maybe not. This might be like 2000...
We'll have to set
9.
stretch goals. let's get season 3 going. Of
No,
PvM
Zogre Flesh
Perspective.
Eaters is from May of 2005, so it's basically an old school
Yeah.
quest.
That's when I did it. Back in old school. I like this hot pink text, but
Alright. We are switched to live now. You should be able to see the game, and let's get this party started.
oh, I'm so excited.
My frames are going to be a little bit low, just so people know, because my computer is a potato when it comes to streaming. But I think it's like 10 to 15 frames, so it's not terrible. I'm just not...
It's doable.
I'm not MageBit over here, the 980 Ti, unfortunately. So, all right.
Maybe we'll raffle off the 980 Ti when I get the 1080 Ti.
That's a good plan. I like that. All right. So no one weighed in as to whether or not they want me to use a guide other than Mage. So we're gonna try this without a guide at first. Chat, be ready to help. This is potentially more rage-inducing than the other way, so maybe you will get a Harley rage stream. Who knows? All right. I can start this quest by talking to Grish at the Orgrish ceremony dance palace called Trigig. Okay. I have no idea where that is. Any ideas, Mage?
It's in the Feldip area.
So that's like the Nil lodestone?
Yeah, down in that area.
Okay.
Jigig is if you open the world map and you swing your way down there, you'll see Jigig, I believe, is a little like ogre village outside of Castle Wars-ish. Kind of like down, in that area.
Okay. And I have a little bit of text on the screen, as people can tell. I think it's out of the way, but if that gets in the way for anything, just let me know, and I can change it up.
It's working okay for me. Then again, I'm slightly biased.
Wow,
I love
there's
the
actually people killing the ogres
Really?
down here. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if they're real people.
Let's investigate. Let's go on a little mini quest before the quest. We got Sock 911 here.
I believe that name.
Sock's
that sounds
wearing
legit.
full mystic, so that's not very bot-like.
Nah, he looks legit.
He does look legit, and those stats.
Hey, you do. Which
Yeah.
quest are you doing? Zogre Flesh Eaters?
Yep.
I'll change that, by the way, in the title since we know which one's happening right now.
Cool.
Let me do that.
This other person is Belchin Beaver.
Ew. That is maybe a medical condition.
He's also in full Mystic. This is making it feel like more like they might be bots. I guess that's right for their level, though.
Full Mystic's really popular.
Yeah, that's
for low
fair.
levels, I think. All right, let me
yeah, their stats are not indicating that they're bots. They might just be friends. Let's hope they're friends. The lag is a little bit worse than it was in my testing stream, so I don't know if there's anything else I can.
Quests.
Anti-aliasing off, desync is off. Oh, I can turn off ground decoration. That might help. Yeah,
I report everyone always.
Just in case. Do you really never know who to trust anymore?
And that's why the report system doesn't work.
I definitely don't report everyone. But
I'm joking, I know.
I understand the mentality. Oh, I should say in clan chat that I'm streaming.
Oh, that we're live?
Yeah. Alright, so this is Grish. Hello there, what's going on here? Hey, use creature, what's yous doing here? Yous be clever to be running so the sickies from the Zogres don't dead ya.
You're gonna have fun with Ogre Speak this this quest series.
Yeah, for sure. What do you mean, sickies? Does the Zogres coming with the sickies? You've got... Oh, yous gets bashed by the Zogres and the sickies, then you's gonna be like the Zogres. Sorry, I just don't understand, pretty much. The sickies... Oh, oh look, David just messaged me.
How's he doing?
He just messaged me on Twitch asking about, or Twitch on Runescape asking about the new achievement interface systems.
I haven't seen them. Is there a new interface?
No.
Or is he talking about the new achievement interface?
I think he's talking about the changes they made.
The
recently.
current system. Gotcha.
All right. Sorry for the interruption there. I sent him some messages. The sickies is when use creature goes like orange till green and then goes erg. Grish. Why can I not?
Because this is the worst. It's so hard to
Imitates. I just couldn't get my head around the word imitates. I was like reading it completely wrong.
It looks like irritates in imitate. Yeah, it's weird.
Grish imitates falling down with only the white of his eyes visible. Oh, he's doing stuff for work. We'll talk about the UI later. I don't want to try to type to him while I am doing this quest. That would not be nice. Okay. What are Zogres? The Zogres are the big nasties with the stickies. They old pals of Grish, but they jig and jiggig when day's full home is deep in the dirt. Day's not the same. Deadens like was before. More cowbell? I don't know. I don't have a cowbell with me. Otherwise, I'd give you more cowbell.
Shame. We gotta get you the soundboard set up.
Yeah, that would be nice. When I get that new laptop, it'll allow me to do a lot more for sure. Because then I won't be like pushing the limits.
Use the word "new" very loosely.
Well, new for me, so it's still new, and it will give me way more performance for streaming. So a soundboard would definitely be a thing I could do. Right now, I'd be afraid to pull up a YouTube video of that sketch.
I want a real soundboard. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no problem. A real soundboard would be amazing. Them Zogres coming from the Underdirt and us is lost for the jiggy jig place. Oh, by the way, if you let me know, chat, what you think about me reading stuff. I figure, in my opinion, the only way to watch quests that's good if somebody is reading the text. But let me know if you disagree. All right, can I help in any way? Yes, creatures. You does good things for Grish and learn why Zogries and Jiggies, and then the Zogries back into ground.
Killer Bunny asking if you can raise your volume at all. He's having a little trouble hearing you.
Okay, I can. What can I do?
Also, welcome, Killer Bunny. How you doing?
Yeah, I will turn myself up. I don't want to go too high, but there, I turned myself up some. I'm
constant life struggle.
Gonna bring a mage bit up a little bit because now our volumes are gonna be not quite as matched. Let me know if that's enough. Read it for sure.
Thank you for the follows as well. Appreciate the follows.
Okay, so you want me to find out why the Zogres have appeared and then find out a way of burying them. Yeah, and let me know again if MageBit and I's audios are still about synced up properly, because they could be a little bit off now. But hopefully they're okay.
I'm also talking. If I'm talking too low as well, let me know. I'm kind of fairly reserved at the moment.
It is what Grish says, but this is the biggie danger thing. Use creatures.
Biggie danger.
Yeah, biggie danger. Yous be getting the sickies most surely. Yous needs to be ready with the foodies on the glug glugs. Right, so you think there's a good chance that I can get ill from this, so I need to get some food and something to drink. Yeah, creatures, yous just say what Grish says. Not no own wordies, creature. Wow, getting feisty with me. Okay, I'll check things out and then report back. Is yous creature really sure you want to do this, creatures? We's got no glug glugs for the sickies. We's knows nothing for what's going on with the sickies. Alright, yes, I'm really sure. That's good thing. Use creature, use does Grish a good thing, but use know that use get sickies and maybe get dead. If that's your idea of a pep talk, I have to say it leaves a lot to be desired. I would agree with that. Use creatures is always saying funny stuff. Speaks proper like Grish. I like references like that. Grish hands you some food and 2 potions. There's you go, creature. The best meat stews for you, and be back without the sickies. Alright. So from that dialogue, I did not pick up at all where I'm actually supposed to go.
I know, right? Isn't that is the wonderful world of Ogre. Check your quest log.
Good point, good point.
We're doing this old school style. We're gonna read the info.
I have to find a way to the ceremonial dance arena at the area and then underground. Okay. I didn't bring any armor with me. Do you think I should go bank and get some armor? You know what? We're right by Castle Wars, so it won't take long to bank.
Yeah, go for it.
Hey, Tintin. Oh man, the lag is real.
The lag is real. But I have been working on a freaking AMD E300 laptop all day, so I don't want to hear about lag. I hate it so much. MageBit is so PvM. No, that's exactly the point. That's why we have Harley, because MageBit is so not PvM. So that's what the PvM Perspective Podcast is for. It's to fill in for my shortcomings.
You know what? Range would probably be better than melee, even though melee is more fun.
I'm gonna grab some water. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. Let me find my range here. You know what? I'm gonna wear my seismic even though it's overkill, because why the hell not? I did not want to click that, but I'm so noob now. I haven't played in like forever. Well, the nice thing about RS is there's always time to come back whenever you want. Sometimes you gotta take a long break and then you can come back later. I think it's supposed to be ranged since at some point you're going to be getting some, I think, Mythril Brutal arrows. Okay. Good to know. Alright, I might as well bring, like, some lobbies. Since this guy gave me super restores, might as well bring, like, 2 more super restores, just in case. Oh, and the ogre bow. Okay. Well, you know, I've got my seismics all ready for that ogre bow. Oh, I need to unsheath my weapons because these things look bad sheathed. There we go. Much more badass. Oh, also, as far as doing old school stuff goes, you will notice that my outfit is entirely old school, except for the boots. But, so we've got it going on that case, too. I'm very sad at how laggy this stream is right now because it was not as laggy when I was testing. In case you're wondering why I'm staring at the ground, it is to hopefully make the game lag less. That might lag less if I look up in the air. I'm gonna check. I think I checked graphic settings already. I'm gonna check again. No, there's nothing else I can without removing like all quality. My bit rate, I think it's 2000. I think that's what it's set to. Let me look. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, it's the client itself that's lagging because my computer is kind of like basically at the edges of its performance potential, so the client is struggling. All right.
Should I unmute Sudwood's microphone? Does he want to be like part of this, or is he just chilling?
I'm not sure. That's up. Let us know in Twitch chat, Shudwood, if you want to hop in here. You can.
Sure. I didn't know if you wanted me in here.
I don't mind. Cool. All right. So I have to find a way into the ceremonial dance area and then underground. Who's got some ideas? I'm gonna guess this is the ceremonial dance area with all the Zogres.
Yeah, there's some sort of dungeon around there, maybe.
You see if you can find a cave. Ogres love caves.
Oh,
I've learned
down
that.
a discreet cave. I think I'm supposed to go in there first. This discreet cave has a fairy ring in it, though. Interesting. This must just be the old way of teleporting here. Would be my guess.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's what this cave. That's what this cave looks like.
There might be a guard you have to talk to.
Okay.
Yeah, years. Definitely years. Chat's saying like, I think you had to jump into that little village. There may have been like a way through the fence or something.
Okay, I think I have to circle
ceremonial
to the other side maybe and check from there.
Yeah, I know you have to go in there at some point, but I don't remember when.
Wish it wasn't so hot.
I found it.
By the way, Harley, I think you're pulling a mage when it comes to the fight in this quest.
What, going in overgeared? Yeah.
It's tuned for like tier 45 or something.
Yeah, I'm wearing full seismic mage.
I mean, the boss in this quest I think is like level 50, so you know you'll be alright.
Trying a one hit. Maybe I should.
Yeah, right.
I forgot an overload. Whoops.
Go for the hard damage cap.
Bring an adrenaline potion get up to max adrenaline, then stall to the boss, and then use an ultimate to one hit
Oh
it.
my god.
Oh my god, indeed. The computer I'm working on is
That was not.
I've heard your pain
uh,
today, Mage.
I blacklisted that E300 one. I'm done with it. But now I'm working on another computer that also runs Windows Vista.
Yeah.
It's a desktop at least though, so it just has a little more power by nature.
I went completely.
It's not as
way.
bad.
Do you know? Is the guard back near where I was, Death, or?
It's near a bunch of like bone things. That's probably not very helpful.
Okay. No,
I think
it is.
you're.
I am. You know what? I'm totally gonna do this like the modern way. I'm just gonna teleport. I'm like so turned back around.
He is standing near the fence. You need to jump over. He's back near the beginning, I think.
I'm teleporting
Yeah, I think
to
you're a
Birth Lord.
little off.
I'm grabbing a ring for Castle Wars and I'm going back because
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to try to run around. This is absolutely not the old school way, but well,
Not a
actually,
bad idea.
the rings
We
were
just got
somewhat
a,
old school.
No, the old
We
school
just-
way is you carry like you half your inventory full of teleports.
We just got a donation. We just got a donation from Drunk Hampshire. Just donated $6.47.
Oh, nice.
Harley doesn't have any of my fancy stuff set up, so we don't have stream notifications or any of that stuff. So I'll do my best to
I
keep
wonder
an eye on that.
what ends up being $6.47. I wonder.
I think that might bring us
It's
to
a conversion.
yeah, that, and we already have like 40 some cents in there, so that almost brings us to another full $1.
Yeah. Let's see where our current goal's at.
It should put us at $107, I think, or somewhere very close to that.
That sounds about right.
Did you decide on your third quest, Harley?
Nope, I have not decided. If anybody has any suggestions for the third quest, go ahead and.
Have you done Darkness of Hollowvale yet?
I don't think so.
That was
You
a
are-
troll response.
Oh, well.
Hampshire donated £5, but because we live in America where our money is worthless, we actually got more money than he sent us.
Look at that. No, I will say though, if it's a if people want me to see me do a relatively short quest, I'll do multiple. So like the stream, I do have 3 quests, quote unquote, I'm supposed to stream. But if any of these end up being kind of quicker than, if this stream should last at least 3-4 hours, I would say. So maybe more depending on how I'm feeling at the time. I might have to take a break to eat, but. So if we want to do short quests instead of long quests, there'll be more quests. That's basically the point of what I'm trying to say. All right. I found the guard, I think. Use needs to stay away from displace. Use gets to sickies and Meebs goes to dead if used the unlucky thing. But Grish has asked me to look into this place and find out why all the undead ogres are here. Okay, that is the big scary the thing. You sure use wants to go in? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, opens the stoppas for use creature. There you go. Alright. What's up, scary zogres? Bet you these things are like not friendly usually, but since I'm max combat, I'm more than double their levels, so get fucked.
Yeah, I think the boss originally, when it first came out, there wasn't anything much better than Rune. So the accuracy decrease you got from not using the right stuff was significant, but with tier 90, you can just like 2-hit it.
Alright, I'm in the bottom room. You lift the lid of the coffin, feels very solid, it won't budge. However, you can see a very crude lock mechanism. Maybe a key will open it. Alright, so I probably need to find a key. I love
ogres. Just walk how I dance. I love it.
I love the underground areas because they're much less laggy for me. So quests that take place
surrender.
Quests that take place underground are a plus, I think, for this stream.
Cool. Anything in the Cave Goblin series then?
That's true. I think I finished it though. Well, I think I might have one left.
Nice.
I did the mighty fall. Isn't there something after that though?
Have you done the Light Within though?
Yeah,
Or-
I did recently.
Okay.
It was
Dang.
a
Wow, that would have been
big
fun
quest.
to watch.
All right, so I'm guessing I have to kill some shit to get a key.
Let's find out.
Sounds right. You do that in some other quests.
That's what I do.
Probably
Generally,
switch to a good action bar.
the first
Generally,
thing I
when
do.
you get confused, you just
Just
start
kill
doing
shit.
things.
Yeah. That's how I work with computers. The second I get angry, I just start fucking throwing shit. That generally solves the problem. This
There's an
computer's
ogre coffin
toast.
key. Okay, cool.
This computer is straight toast.
What's wrong
Yeah,
with it?
that shit needs RAM.
This is the desktop now. Like, I just ran a Malwarebytes scan on it.
Oh, these.
You know,
hey, I have a new
because-
money-making method. Ogre coffin keys. They're worth 3K a piece.
You can get some interesting items from those, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember what exactly.
I just got 12 gold, so I'm freaking rich. Okay, this appears not to be what I should be doing in this area, though. Think when you go to the upper west corner,
guide.
you'll hit a cutscene. Upper west. Okay, so this a ways. We don't need a quest guide. Bunnies are quest guide.
I meant to say quest log and like reread the quest log.
Oh, that's a good point. I keep forgetting about that. Oh,
It's your
yep,
best friend
there's
when
a
you're not
cutscene.
using a quest guide.
You
Oh, nice.
enter this blackened, charred area. It looks like some sort of explosion has taken place.
I'm gonna have to roll back a Windows Vista machine. It's like not even worth
Search
it.
broken lectern.
Oh, that's not fun.
You find half a torn page. It's a spidery. It has spidery writing all over it. That's creepy. Read. You don't seem to manage to understand all, as there's only half a page here, but it seems the spell was used to place to curse the area for all time and raise the dead. Okay, let's search the skeleton. Oh shit, a zombie. I one-hit the
Didn't
zombie.
see that one coming.
Oh my, so scary.
That's RuneScape questing in a nutshell.
Yeah. Just before you open the backpack, you notice a small leather patch with the moniker B Van. I feel like that's supposed to be a joke that I'm not getting, but
Yvonne. I don't know. Probably Behaven? I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't even know how I got Behaven out of that.
I mean that's
That
the
does sound like a joke.
that is the
It
closest
does.
thing that I could think of.
It's a bad one though.
You find an interesting looking tankard. Oh, I should probably. This is an old quest, so I should probably be examining stuff too. Oh, never for the lectern. It's damaged. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
We're all damaged.
You find a knife and some rotten food. The backpack is ripped to shreds. All right. That door that
Alright.
you were at. Okay. Looks like the door comes into play a little bit. Maybe now.
I
so-
remember something about you needing to make an anti-disease potion, I think.
Yeah, it seems I found half of a spell. I think we're gonna have to find the other half, and then I can probably do something like that.
Yeah. You know, you could probably just punch the entire quest to death with no armor.
That's true. That's how you complete quests in RS3 now. You just punch them. You actually just go to Solomon's General Store and you buy a quest completion token. I think that's how old. At least that's what 2007 Scape subreddit told me. A stout ceramic tankard with a dragon emblem on the side. The words "Ye Old Dragon Inn" are inscribed at the bottom. Oh, so I probably have to go to that inn. I forget where that place is. At least I think that's an actual inn. I'm gonna break down
Oh
that
my
rotted
god,
food.
Windows Vista.
I got one thing of junk for breaking down that food. Look at that. Alright. I wonder if it happens if I examine this skeleton. I don't think he'd mind us checking for his wallet now. Alright, there we got some good old examine RuneScape text. All right, I'm gonna head over to that door now. The gates are locked. You don't seem to be able to open them. I'm gonna try killing one of these. Maybe they have a key.
Did your quest log change?
Good point. I wish you could have the quest log up all the time.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
That'd be a little helpful. That's too helpful to be added, though.
I killed a human zombie which had a backpack. The backpack had the name Bevon on it. On the inside of the backpack, I found a tankard. I found a half-torn page with the necromantic spellbook. Maybe this is a clue. I need to find out what happened here.
That's so helpful.
Right? I don't think that guy dropped a key. Oh, wait, no, he did. I just didn't pick it up. Okay. I'm going to try to open this door with this key in my pocket. I don't expect it to work. Nope. Okay. Let's check out what's up here. This is a giant cave network, that's for frickin' sure.
Right?
This must have, I guess this was probably like a training area. Yeah, that's right. The Zoger bones were the shit back in the day. Duh.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
I don't remember those days. I was never a fan of the Zoger area. It always seemed like an inconvenience to get to for me back in the day, so I avoided it. God, I was a noob. I'm thinking after I finish 120 cooking, I might actually do another Bible.
Yeah.
Before I do rune crafting.
Nice.
Because I realized fire making is really cheap.
Alright, anybody in chat stream got an idea for what I should be doing? I'm guessing I'm supposed to be going through that door, but maybe I'm supposed to go to the Ye Old Dragon Inn first. Before I can get through that door.
What does it like specifically say?
It says, think you searched the skeleton but didn't search the lectern, and I maybe opened the nearby coffin with the knife. Okay, the coffin is right. I'm pretty sure I searched the lectern. The lectern's where I got the torn pages from. It's the last thing it says is I need to find out what happened here. So, and it's
oh yeah,
so it's very ambiguous.
That's vague, yeah.
But you're right, Bunny. I should checking the coffins by the lectern would be good. And I'll double search the lectern and make sure that I actually did search it. Oh, pick lock ogre coffin. That's probably exactly what I'm looking for. Let me examine this thing. An old crude tomb. Okay, let's pick lock. Alright, I picked the lock. I find something. Well, I found 4 iron nails.
Nice.
Oh, that's because you use nails to make brutal arrows.
Alright, now let's see what's
nice.
I need to find out what happened here. Okay, so still nothing new. You search the coffin and find a small geometrically shaped hole in the side. It looks like this hole was made with a considerable amount of force. Maybe the thing which made this hole is still inside. The lock looks quite crude with some skill and slender blade. You may be able to force it. So this is why I need the knife. Okay.
Yeah, stick it in there.
Force lock with the knife from your tool belt.
It's supposed to be a key.
With some.
Oh, cool! This is the tool belt one.
Yeah, which is interesting considering that they also give you one. With some skill.
Well, it's because they never updated it.
Well, they must have updated it if it uses my tool belt one.
They updated it to be compatible
to get rid
with
of the knife.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oversight.
With some skill, you manage to slide the blade along the locked edge and click into place the teeth of the primitive mechanism. The lid looks heavy, but now you have unlocked it. You may be able to lift it. You prepare yourself. Erg.
Erg.
Yes, you eventually manage to lift the lid. Search ogre coffin. You find a creepy looking black prism inside, so that's what you were talking about, Bunny. Alright, now let's check this quest thingy. I've opened the coffin of the black prism and retrieved it. This may be useful.
I get an onyx?
Right? I wish. It looks like a smoky black gem of some sort. Very creepy. Some magical force must have prevented it from being shattered when it hit the coffin. Okay. Well,
could craft that ring into like a luck of the blep.
Luck of the blep. Maybe if I kill some of these ogres, it appears to have something to do with this area. They're just dropping coffin keys. Yeah, I would say that the quest guide for this quest is not super helpful.
Did they update it after you found the black prism?
Yeah, but it just says this item may be useful.
There's no further instructions in the quest guide after that?
Nope.
Or in the quest log?
I've opened the coffin and retrieved the black prism. This may be useful.
I don't think you have anything left to do there. Is there any further information in a larger paragraph from before in that larger gray paragraph? I think you have everything.
I have forced the lock on the coffin. Maybe I can open it now. Use the dragon tankard on the bartender in the bar. Okay, that's what I was thinking was coming up.
Yeah, I'm like, I think we're done in here for now.
Bunny, are you pulling this from memory, or are you just reading a quest guide for us at this point?
I guess he's reading a quest guide. But
I don't know. Bunny knows all, so it's hard to tell.
I'm definitely not reading a quest guide.
Me either.
I have a quest guide open, but I haven't even scrolled down past the description, so I haven't looked at it once because I opened it.
I haven't really given any information, so. But I do have a quest guide open.
To the innkeeper.
Mage's moral support.
People were there for me.
Okay, so this quest is like super short. The 7-minute guide.
Oh, that's cute.
That's funny. Quests are way shorter.
That would be really funny. If you're like, I'm gonna stream 3 quests, and then you pick 3 5-minute quests. Stream's 15 minutes long.
Well, the funny thing is, if you do them yourself, basically every quest takes like at least 30 minutes to figure out the clues and crap. If you're not like reading the guide.
Yeah.
Hello there. I found this tankard in an ogre tomb cavern. It has an emblem of this inn on it, and I wondered if you knew anything about it. Oh yes, this is Brentel's mug. I'm surprised he left it just lying around down in some cave. He's quite protective of it. Brentel, you say, so you knew him then? Yeah, this belongs to Brentel Vaughn. Once again, I feel like I'm missing a joke. I really want to know. Maybe I don't know. Brentel. Maybe it's supposed to be rental van. That's the only thing I can come up with right now.
That's pretty shit if that's a joke.
Yeah, right?
Sounds like a Jagex joke.
It does. He's quite a common customer, though I've not seen him in a while. He was talking about some... I thought it said shitty-looking wizard, and I was like, wow, Jagex, you actually swore? But it said shifty-looking wizard the other day. I don't know his name, but I'd recognize him if I saw him.
Mage bit, shitty-looking wizard.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but Brentel Vaughn is dead. I believe he was murdered. No, I'm shocked. But not surprised. He was a good customer, but I knew he would sell his sword arm and do many dark deed if it paid enough. If you need help bringing the culprit to justice, just let me know. Okay.
Many dark deed done dirt cheap.
So that didn't actually like continue the. I didn't get any updated text for that. I just know that I'm looking for a shifty looking wizard.
You're psychic. Don't worry.
Yeah, this one seemed the old quest seemed like super bad to rely on the guide for. I gotta say.
I feel like the reasoning behind the old quest, and there probably was this reasoning probably doesn't actually exist, but like they used to release like one quest a freaking year practically, back in the early days, and this quest isn't really from those days, but whatever. It just feels like they made it artificially difficult by giving like these crazy archaic things that would take you forever to solve, not because they were difficult, but because you'd never think to do them, and that's.
Yeah, they definitely went for like the old school point and click adventure game.
Yeah,
style.
like Sierra style.
And that's why I mostly use quest guides. Hello there, I found this black prism. I wondered if you knew anything about it. It's not really familiar to me, sir. I just used the black prism on this guy. I figured he might say something about that. It's really not familiar to me. Sorry, I don't know what it's for. It looks magical. Maybe someone in you know can help you. Okay, so I have to get the hints by just like using items on this dude.
Yanil is the city of magic.
So maybe if I go to the Wizards or whatever it's called, the Mage Guild, Wizard Tower, whatever the fuck it's.
It's a good idea. Or the Watchtower as well. Don't forget about that.
That's what I
place.
meant. Yeah.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, whatever's right outside of
Because there's also the Wizards like Mage Guild right in front of you as well. Or
Oh,
it
okay.
was.
I'm gonna bring up a map because I don't even remember what's here. Maybe there would be labels.
Oh, that should be, yeah.
Wizards Guild. Okay.
Ring the doorbell at the Wizards Tower in Yanil. Yeah, go to the Wizards Tower in Yanil, the big building in the middle. Ring the doorbell.
Look, I figured it out. I was already headed here.
Nice.
What are you doing? Oh, it's you. Sorry, didn't realize. What can I do for you?
Is it?
It's me.
It's weird. I have a memory of this.
Savastic Rarv. Once again, must be a joke. Who knows?
Definitely.
There are lots of not funny jokes in this quest, it looks like.
I have a rather sandy problem that I'd like to palm off on you. That's a bad
that's-
joke.
That's hand in the sand.
Yeah. Different quest.
I wonder why.
Zogres.
Wonder why I'm bringing that quest up right now. Then.
It's probably like post-quest dialogue or something.
Fair. I'm here about the Zogres. Some undead ogre activity in Jigig. I've found some clues. I wonder if you'd have a look at them. You show the prism and the necromantic half-page to the aged wizard. Now this is interesting. Where did you get these from? I got them from a nearby ogre tomb. It's recently been infested with zombie ogres, and I'm trying to work out what happened there. This is very troubling, Harley Quinn. Oh look, some crap on the Grand Exchange sold for me. Sweet. Very troubling indeed. While it's permitted for learned members of our order to research the dark arts, it's absolutely forbidden to make use of such magic. Do you have any leads on people I might talk to regarding this? Well, a wizard named Sithic Ints. Once again, like, there has to be a joke there. Sithkinks. That's Sithkinks. Sithkinks. I don't know.
I don't like it.
Sithikins.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Or Jagex was just really terrible with naming back in the day, which is also possible.
I was gonna say, this is not their best work, writing wise.
No, it is pretty. I mean, I'm relatively engaged by the story, but it's not like it's amazing, like modern quests, you know.
Definitely, yeah, and I don't think it has to be amazing.
Yeah.
Quest about sick ogres.
Yeah. Well, a wizard by the name of Blah was doing some research in the area. He may know something about it. He's lodged in a guest house to the north, though he's ill and isn't able to leave his room. Well, I think I found the culprit. Why not go and talk to him, poke around a bit, and see if anything comes up? Let me know how you get on. However, I doubt Sithic has anything to do with it, but I pretty much guarantee he does if he's sick. Like, there's a severe penalty for using dark arts. If you find any evidence to the contrary, please bring it to me. Look at that. They actually told me where to go for once.
Wow.
That Black Prism.
That's progress.
Right? It's like they were figuring out how to write a good quest while making this quest, and they discovered
the person who wrote that specific dialogue was fired like halfway through the project.
The Black Prism seems to have some magical protection. Once you finish with this item, bring it back to me, would you? I may have a reward for you. Okay. Cool. Thanks, bud.
I like that we go off on adventures knowing that there is a reward, but having no idea what the potential of that reward actually is. Like, what if they were like, here's my famous lasagna, and you just spent like 3 hours like saving their freaking like kin.
Lasagna is pretty banging, to be honest.
I love lasagna. I mean, I have really bad heartburn, but despite that, I'm a fighter, and I will still eat lasagna.
I wonder if there's any way to tell which mods made this quest. I'm going to open up the update details on...
Yeah, I can probably tell you if you want to know.
The RuneScape wiki. Yeah, I'll let you look that up while I continue the quest.
This was developed by mod Titan H. Everything is listed.
Great.
What?
If they made a One Small Favor 2 and your reward was a piece of cake.
Huh.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, what happens if that's what happens? So yeah, that's it. Just says main developers Titan H, and then everything is concept unknown, core unknown, composition unknown. That's what Reddit says. I mean, Wikia.
See how long Mod Titan H was at the
old
company? Because I don't know that name at all. I don't know if anybody else
I don't
does.
either. I'm gonna try to find information on him.
Hey, who gave you permission to come in here?
Content.
Zarstic Rarv said that I could come and talk to you and ask you a few questions. Oh, Zarstic, why? Why would he send you to me? What's up? What'd you find?
Titan H, or Mod Titan, used to work at Jagex as a senior content developer. He joined in 2002 and left in 2010. I can continue on and tell he did a lot of quests.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty long career.
Jungle Potion, Shiloh Village, yeah, it was. Recipe for Disaster among one of them.
Oh, so he did all the terrible, annoying quests.
Yes, literally every quest. One Small Favor, he was responsible for that.
Well,
that's great.
I'm serious. Also, though, he also worked on While Gothic Sleeps. I mean, the man was there for almost 10 years, so.
I haven't done While Gothic Sleeps yet. I wonder if I have the requirements for that. I don't think I do.
Fairy Tale Part 3. That was I liked that quest. It
that
probably
is
doesn't
a
hold
good
up today,
quest,
but I like that.
But the mechanics do not hold up. There's literally
Final fight is terrible.
Yeah, there is literally an episode of RuneScape Weekly. It might be an Elite show where I showed up an hour late because I got stuck on that final boss fight for an hour and a half because it was
oh my god,
the mechanics were so bad. Yeah,
that's crazy. I believe it though. I've heard it doesn't hold up, but it was super fun back in.
But I love the storyline. Like the storyline is great for the Fairy Tale series. One of my favorites.
I agree.
Do you know anything? You know what? I'm gonna say, what do you do?
The stream sounds so good with like nice trance music playing in the background quietly.
Oh, I'm glad it's mixing well.
I mean, I've self-mixed myself.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, good job. I was gonna play music, but I just turned on
save your
RuneScape
resources,
sound, and I was like, well, I didn't want to get the audio muted for the YouTube upload too.
Definitely, yeah. And then the RuneScape music you said wasn't working, yeah.
Oh no, it is on. I had to restart the client to get it to work, but it is working now.
I wouldn't be able to listen to it anyway because I can't be on the show and listen to the show at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm purely thinking selfishly here, but
I'm a scholarly student of the magical arts. When I was younger, I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow in the knee. Look at this.
No. Did it really say that?
I can't believe Bethesda ripped off Jagex like this. No.
Wait, does it really say that?
No. It
Yeah, does it
doesn't.
really?
Okay.
Okay. I was like, is there a delay? Is that really gonna come out?
Just
That would
like
be hilarious.
yourself.
if
It would
Jagex
be
actually said it first.
in 2005. Yeah, like 10 years before Skyrim. That would be amazing.
I'm still arguing that I'm the first. I said happy escaping before them.
It's possible.
Probably.
I have a recording. I have a dated recording.
I believe you.
I believe that.
Yeah, I
we know
believe it.
J-Mon's listen to the show sometimes, so it's not really that
True.
hard to believe that like they picked it up.
They
from
stole it from me. Well, steal is a harsh word.
You. They
Anyone
stole it
can
from me.
can
Says
put-
the guy who named his
It's too
podcast Runescape Weekly.
RuneScape Weekly. Yeah, you can't steal words from people. Like, I hate that. I hate the idea that you can like own words.
Yeah.
Let's not get into
You
that.
just say I used to be an adventurer, probably just like yourself. So very similar. I lost interest in the constant fighting, looting, and gaining abilities. So basically, the 99 struggle was too hard for you, freaking noob.
It sounds like he
If
was a
he-
Reddit complainer before Reddit complainers.
The Jagex
this is
innovated
this
a
is
lot
actually-
with this character. They
This is actually his. This is his leaving post before leaving posts. Quitting RuneScape right
Instead,
now.
I decided to
It's gonna
focus
log-
my attention and time to study the purer forms of the lost arts. The lost arts, what are they?
AKA IRL.
Ignorant people call them dark arts, aka IRL. I'm talking about necromancy, the power to bring the dead back to life, the power of gods.
You
The
know, it'd be
power to go
funny
outside.
If they add necromancy to the game as an elite skill, and then you go back and do this quest.
That's true. Contradictions.
That would be funny.
Truly the most awesome power known to man. It's funny that
I
there's
really hope we get a quest next year.
a quest.
Sorry.
Oh,
go ahead.
you mean a skill?
A skill? Thank you. Yes. But
Yeah,
Go ahead.
that would be sweet. Hopefully something that's more balanced at launch than invention.
Yeah. Way different. Something non-combat related, actually.
Yeah, that would be great. Agreed. It would be nice for another skill like divination, but better.
Yes. Divination 2.0.
Well, like maybe woodcutting.
Shattered
2.0.
Worlds. Shattered Worlds is basically Dungeoneering 2.0, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm okay with that. Like,
That's what I'm hearing.
It's what Dungeoneering should have been, and still not a skill, but like just mechanically way better. I'll shut up.
I haven't watched.
I
haven't watched the stream because I kind of want to go in spoiler free on Monday, but everybody talking about it is making it really hard for me not to watch.
It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be streaming Monday for sure. But I'm gonna be out a lot on Monday, so it'll be an evening stream. Go ahead, Sid.
All I heard was Nightmare Zone V2. That's all I heard.
All right, I'm gonna tear through
Yeah.
this dialogue and then we can continue talking.
Sounds good.
Sorry.
No, it's no problem. I mean, it makes it way more fun for me to do this with the sidetrack.
I know. We're gonna make a 7-minute quest like 8 hours.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to get through. Well, I guess I must be an ignorant person then, because bringing the dead back to life sounds very unnatural. Also, I mean, like, what do our listeners listen for if not giant sidetracks? Like, people know what they're getting into when they tune into.
I
Runescape
suppose so.
Weekly.
I suppose you're right.
Okay? Okay. Do you mind if I look around? That's what I'm gonna ask next. Well, actually, yes, I do mind. It's my place, and I don't want strangers going through my things. Well, I'm going to have to look around anyway. If you're not involved in this whole thing, you won't have anything to hide. What whole thing? I didn't even tell him what whole thing. Why? If I was a few years younger, I'd give you a good hiding. What? That makes...
A good hiding. That's like a beating on your hide, your butt, spanking.
I thought he meant like I'd jump in the closet if I was a few years
I'm gonna
younger.
hide the sausage.
Well, now we're getting really sexual, but...
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
Just saying.
sure that's what... Okay. Do you know anything about the undead ogres at Jigig? Undead ogres? No, sorry. No idea what you're talking about there. Is that right? Well, yes, it is. If I knew something, I'd tell you. Anyways, dead ogres, you'd say. How strange. That must be a strange sight. Very well. If you don't know anything about it, you won't mind if I look around then. I already read that part. Thanks, bud. I love how I say, I'm going to look around your house. Okay, thanks. You find a book on philosophy written by Humans Against Monsters lead Johannes Arbic. Oh, so this guy's a freaking ham member? That's what I'm picking up here.
He just put that pillow over his head.
Yeah, right? Like, jeez. You don't like Xenic? Time for you to die. You find some charcoal and papyrus. I also found a book. Okay, I'm clicking too quick, so I missed some of that text. I'm going to eat these lobsters because I took a lot of damage finding that, and not because I don't have enough inventory space, because I brought way too many lobsters for a quest that's 12 years old. Let me drop that key. There we go. Okay, I found all these books. Now let me... Book of Ham. You read this book for a while, it seems to be some sort of political manifesto about how the king doesn't do enough to safeguard citizens of the realm from the monsters that still thrive within the borders. It sends out a rallying cry to all people who would want to stop the monsters to join the Ham movement. Sithik must really hate monsters then. I wonder if he hates ogres in particular. Read the Book of Portraiture. All interested artisans should really consider taking up the hobby of portraiture. To do so, one uses a piece of papyrus on the intended subject to initiate a likeness drawing activity. Okay, well, fair enough. Necromancy book. This book has used very strange language and some very incomprehensible symbols. It has a very dark feeling to it. As you're looking through the book, you notice that one of the pages has been torn in half, and half of it is missing. Well, look at that. Bet you I can use this torn page on this book. The torn page matches exactly what the part of the torn out pages is missing from the book. You feel sure this page came from this book. Bam. Look at that. I'm going to examine, see what it says. A sick, frail old man. Alright. So, what if I just, like, smother this guy with this piece of paper? Does that work? Oh, lovely. You're making my portrait. Let me see it afterwards. You begin sketching irritable signals. You get a portrait of Sithik. Look at that. I have a portrait. Oh, I know why I need that portrait, though. I take that to the bar, and then I ask the bartender, like, hey, dude, is this the person that you were talking about?
Oh, yeah. That would do it. You also have to do something with the tea, I could have sworn.
I'm guessing I'm going to go to the bar first, and then I'm going to go back to the wizard and tell him that I found some shit out. And then
You might poison the tea and murder him. I'm not sure. I remember something to do with the tea.
I didn't even see tea yet, but I wasn't looking very closely there.
It was on his, like, bookshelf or something.
Ah. I liked Pern's comment about the penguins in Runescape are archetype of penguins from the Zoo movie cartoon with the zebra, lion, and hippo.
The Madagascar cartoons? Is that what we're talking about?
I think that's what we're talking about. Which is kind
They
of
also
true.
made an animated show about the penguins.
It would not be surprising
cool.
if we found out that, like, that the creators or, like, one of the writers on Madagascar played RuneScape, like, as a kid. Like, really wouldn't surprise me at all.
Wouldn't surprise me either. Everyone played RuneScape as a kid. If you had a computer, computer,
And if you were alive, I mean, like, I don't think 40 years ago we were playing RuneScape as a kid, but
and a dial-up modem.
you show the portrait to the innkeeper. Yeah, that looks like the guy who was talking to Brental Van. I'm just going to call him Rental Van. The other day...
Call him Brental Floss.
Brental Floss. Look at those eyes. Never a more shifty-looking pair will you ever see. You just identified the man who I think sent Rental Van to his death. I'm trying to bring him to justice with the Wizard's Grand Secretary. Do you think you could sign this portrait to say he was talking to Rental Van? I can, and I will. The Dragon Inn bartender signs the portrait. Many thanks for your help. It's really very good of you. Not at all. Just doing my part. I really, I love how, in this quest, like, all the books don't actually have pages that you open to read. It's literally just a description of the book. Like, it was back in the day so far that they didn't, like, even, like, put text in the books. They're just like, yeah, here's a vague description of what the book says in it. Which I kind of like more because I never read whole books in RuneScape, not gonna lie.
I can't. And then I feel I do it if I'm streaming and I don't want to, but I do because I'm streaming.
Yeah. What are you doing? Oh, it's you. Well, you already said that.
Maybe they have memory issues.
I have some items you should look at. You show the Necromancy book to Zavistic. I have this Necromancy book as evidence that Sifik is involved in the undead ogre at Chigag. Okay, so he's researched Necromancy. It doesn't mean anything in itself. Yes, but look, you can see that half the torn page, which matches the page I found at Chigag. Yes, but someone could have stolen it from him and then gone and cast it without his permission, or try to deliberately implicate him. So they stole the book, cast the spell, ripped half a page out, and put it back. I guess that would be how you would frame somebody, but it sounds like a lot of work. You show him the handbook to this dude. Look at this. I found this book that Sifik hates all monsters and most likely ogres with a passion. So what? Hating monsters isn't a crime in itself, although I suppose that it does give a motivation to Sifik if Sifik was involved. On its own, it's enough evidence. It isn't enough evidence, though. I'm sorry, but hating monsters is a crime in and of itself. We live in RuneScape. It's bullshit. You show the Dragon Inn tankard to Savastic. This is a tankard I found on the remains of Rental Van. That doesn't mean anything in itself. You could have gotten that from anywhere. Even from the Dragon Inn Tavern, there isn't anything to link Rental Van to Sifik Ints. This guy really doesn't trust me at all. You show the signed portrait.
Why?
Yeah, I feel like this guy must be in on the shit too. That's kind of what I'm picking up here.
Probably.
You show the signed portrait to Sifik Savastic. Of Sifik Savastic. This is a portrait of Sifik, signed by the landlord of the Dragon Inn, saying he saw Sifik and Rental Van together. Well, that's interesting. And I'm starting to think that Sifik may be involved. Here, take this potion and give some to Sifik. It'll bring on a change which should solicit some answers. Tell him the effects won't revert until he's told the truth. Well, there's the potion. Savantic hands you a strange-looking potion bottle, and it takes all the evidence you've accumulated so far. Alright, so let's use that shit on the tea. Cup of tea. You pour the potion in the cup. Savastic said it may take some time to have an effect. So what does that mean?
AKA leave the area and go reload it.
AKA sit down on my beach chair and kind of like have a little break.
I forget if this quest is too old to have timers or not.
I'm gonna try talking to him. Hey there, no need to be rude. What do you expect when you just go snooping around a person's place against their express permission? Maybe don't murder people. Why do you spend most of your time in bed? I'm actually quite old. You don't really look that old. Like, don't even have great hair. And not so very well, and I'd like to get over this illness I have. Then I'll return to my very serious and important studies.
That's
Okay,
exactly
thanks.
what I always say too.
It's weird that this quest is timed. I've
You
put
may
the
have to leave
potion in
the area
Civic's
and come
tea. The potion will take some time to act. Perhaps I should get out of here in case there are any side effects. Alright, well, I guess...
Yeah, it wants you to leave the area.
I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I guess I'll go back to the wizard and ring the bell and see what he says. What are you doing? Oh, it's you. Sorry, I didn't realize. What can I do for you? I'm saying... Yes, in fact, I poured the potion into his tea. Oh, that's good. That should work. Pop back in a little while to see Civic and start questioning him. Alright, I'm going to say that's been a little while. Let's go test this shit out. This medium-length quest has taken almost an hour. If not over an hour at this point. Oh, sweet. He's a Zogre. Arg, what happened to me, you beast? It's your own fault. You shouldn't have lied about your involvement in the undead ogres at Chigig. The potion will wear off once you've told the truth. Oh, okay. I admit it. I got Rental Van to cast the spell to put an end to those awful ogres. They're just disgusting creatures. Okay, that's a start. Now I want some answers. How do I remove the effects of the spell from the area? The ogres want to get their ceremonial dance area back and can't do that with undead walking around. Unfortunately, you can't. The spell is permanent. It will last forever. The only option you have is to move the ceremonial area. You're an evil man. I'm going to make you pay for this. You can stay like this forever as far as I'm concerned. No. Just let me try to make amends. Please, I can help you. Just don't leave me like this. How do I get rid of the undead ogres? Okay, similar spells have been cast before, and the only way to deal with the resulting creatures is to cordon off the area and not go in there again. The undead creatures usually manifest some sort of disease, so it's best to attack them from a distance with a ranged weapon. Normal missiles like arrows and darts do very little damage to them because they're designed to destroy internal organs. This is a waste of time with undead creatures like undead ogres. Considering the fact that I 3-hit them, I don't think that normal arrows are that bad, but this is a 2005 quest. But. Power creep. I should write an article on Reddit about the power creep that ruined Zogre flesh eaters.
That's funny. Immersion completely ruined.
Yeah. What the heck, Jagex? Imagine if Jagex made it so that every quest you did would scale you to that level at the time.
Oh, WoW has started doing that.
Yeah.
I want every quest to scale to your level.
You do? The person who hates questing?
No, not really. Not at all. That sounds horrible. But it would be hilarious to watch.
Mage is fine with it because most new quests that come out are Grandmaster, and he's already done all of the quests.
That's fair. That's true. Clearly. So what should we use? For my research, it looks like a flat-ended arrow was designed called a brutal arrow. This does large amounts of crushing damage to the creature. You can make them by using large arrows. I think some ogre hunters make them, but instead of adding the arrowhead, use a hammer and a large nail. You hammer a large nail into the end of the shaft. That just sounds so, like, it makes zero sense. That's kind of what I want to say. Like, you hammer a nail into the end of an arrow, like, just that would throw off the balance of the arrow and it wouldn't actually go anywhere.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely not. It would be like a paper airplane that you don't know how to fold.
A paper airplane that you put a nail into.
Yeah, exactly.
How do I get rid of the disease? Let me see. My research shows that 2 jungle-based herbs can be used. One from the near river tributaries and one looks like a vine. It can be found in caves and grows on the walls. It's quite well camouflaged, so it's unlikely that you'll find it. We'll see about that, jerkface.
You're rude.
Alright, I think that's all the info I need. I love how my dialogue to leave was sorry I have to go. Like, I'm not gonna apologize to this asshat. I'm guessing I'm supposed to go back. Well, I don't have to go back to this guy yet, because I gotta go back to, what's his name, who started the quest. That's my guess, considering that I need some ogre arrows.
A hacker leaked the upcoming 5th season of Orange is the New Black.
What? Is it in HD?
Like that's your first concern.
I ain't gonna
Not
watch
that
it
that
in
could,
SD.
like, that could kill. Like, this could kill the show.
No, it couldn't. Not enough people torrent for it to kill the show.
I hope not. I don't even know if it's available. They just have it. I don't know if you can actually.
I mean, it's
download
probably
it.
one of the most dangerous shows to download too, to be honest. Like, 'cause it's probably being watched like a hawk. Like, new stuff is bad
Probably,
enough to download
yeah.
versus like stuff that's not even out yet.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They got rid of the copyright strike system. Not to say that you should start downloading stuff, but like.
Oh, they did? Like, what?
Yeah. In the meantime, they're not going after people, but that's not to say they're not storing the information for later to go after people once there's a new standard in place.
Yeah, and not to go in depth with the current president, the fate of the internet is kind of in a scary place.
Yeah. Goodbye, net neutrality.
Used creature done the thing yet? The Zoger's going into ground. I've got some information on how to kill the Zogres from a distance. Let me see. What's you saying, creature? You speaking too stupid for Grish. I know how to make large arrows, big stabbers to kill the Zogres. They're bigger, apparently, do a lot of damage. Only thing is, the normal ogre bow I need to fire is quite slow. Why didn't you just say so? Me show you how to make the bigger stabber chucker. Grish shows you he has achy tree logs, some wolf bones. He starts to whittle away them with a knife. Griddle shows you he has achieved a rather powerful looking composite bow frame. He shows you the bow frame and the string. After some time and the great deal of effort, he strings the composite ogre bow. Grish shows you his proud achievement. Dare creatures now use into making the bigger stabber chucker. Thanks, I think. Wait, you didn't give me it? I have to make it myself? Jesus, what a jerk face. Oh yeah, the fact that internet companies can now just sell your data, like, it's insane. It's ridiculously bad. Okay, so...
Right. I'm staring at the download.
Oh, you're downloading it?
I'm not downloading it. I'm looking at it. I'm afraid to download. I'm not on a VPN. I'm not downloading it. You kidding me? I'm just amazed that it's actually here. Like I figured maybe it was like, a hoax or a bluff or whatever. But I followed the tweet.
So is this quest really just a cure disease potion? All right, I'm gonna look at the guide just to see what I need. Make sure that I have.
Hungry ducklings. I'm gonna go look at your adventures log if it's not completely private. Is it completely private?
No, it's not.
I want to see if I can see which quests you have available.
I've got 89 quests.
The XDLB blowing up my freaking friends log here.
I don't know how to freaking...
Friends list.
Can I not buy the ogre bow? Okay.
What type of ogre? You can buy like a composite ogre bow, I think.
I think that's what I...
That's a treasure hunter. That's a treasure trail reward.
Oh, then that's not it.
Can I not look at which
I love how I
quests
was
you
in the
have?
I would love how I was in the Grand Exchange, but it still activated Surge, even though I was like literally typing in a Grand Exchange window.
Huh.
Woof. Bows. Whoops.
You haven't done a Tale of Two Cats?
Nope.
Oh, that's a good one right there. Elemental Workshop 3 is good.
I heard you laugh. I'm not doing that. That would have to be the start of the stream.
I like that there's a quest in here just called Barrow's Sister. Like they didn't the working title, they didn't actually change it to I don't even remember what the name of that quest was. It was probably the weakest quest in Sliski's endgame, to be honest with you. But they've completely forgotten about it.
How to even make this bow.
Look it up.
Okay, this looks right. I got it. Comp ogre bow is made. Okay. How do I make these arrows?
Sea Slug. Would love to see Sea Slug.
You can make a little composite bow. After Grish will show you how to make one.
These are so many good quests.
Oh, you can kill these things with any thing, so I didn't even have to come here. Good to know. We're just gonna do it the right way, because why not? Mithril, brutal, arrow. Let's buy, like... Holy shit, these things are expensive. Let's just buy 50 of these suckers. Alright, then let's use some nails on some of these suckers. Nothing interesting happens. What? I thought I was supposed to... Was I lied to, or are they already made? I guess they're already made. To make arrows, you use an achy tree log to produce 4 ogre arrow shafts, and then fletch the feathers. Creates flighted... Oh, okay, so I shouldn't have bought these. Wait, no. You use nails. Oh, no, these are already brutal. Okay, so these are already done. Cool. Oh, look, I earned a task achievement by equipping a short bow, shield bow, and crossbow. So, making the ogre bow completed an achievement for me, so... Could have just gotten some achy tree logs, made the ogre shafts, and then you take the mithril nails and add them for the arrows. Okay, well, fair enough. Sorry, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Alright.
I have tweeted over 4,000 times.
Do you want to know how many times I've tweeted?
I'm scared. How many?
Let me check. Gotta bring it up. I am teleporting back to this place. I think we're near the end of the quest finally. I have tweeted 21,855 times.
You have me beat by just by a few, though.
Yeah, just a couple. And that's on this account. I have an old account that probably has like 5,000 to 10,000 tweets on it.
That's intense.
I made it before I realized that you can just change the name on Twitter accounts. But yeah, I've been using Twitter since like 2008, so it's been a long time, and I've used it a lot.
Yeah, that account that I'm talking about is 2009.
Fair.
You just
not
don't use it that much.
I mean,
I don't like Twitter.
Back in
Pretty
the
much.
early days, I
I-
used it way more than I do now. Like
I have a hard time using it.
yeah, it was a huge part of like the Apple nerd community is on Twitter, and it was especially in the early days. It was a super huge place to communicate. I mean, it still definitely is, but it's like, I don't know. Twitter's kind of a toxic place now compared to what it used to be. A lot of the internet has become more outwardly toxic in the last few years, unfortunately.
Sad.
Yeah. Use creature. Oh, I already read that part. I found who's responsible for the Zogres being here. Where is the creature? Mies wants to squeeze him till he's deadened. The person responsible is a wizard named Siphic Ince. And he's going to be in serious trouble. He told me that the spell which raised the ogres from the ground will last forever. I'm sorry to say, but you have to move the site of your ceremonial dancing somewhere else. That is the bad thing, creature. We needs new jigga for the fallen down jig. Yes, that's right. You'll need to create a new ceremonial dance area. Erg. Not good thing, creature. You's gotta get the ogreish old things for to make the new jigig special. Use creature needs to keep forgetting in the low bury place. Kish gives you a crudely crafted key. Oh, so you want me to go back in there and look for something for you? Yeah, creatures, you gotta get the ogreish old things for the making of the new jigig and proper in the special way. All right. I mean, do they need to move the dancing area? The ogres are pretty good at dancing themselves. Oh, this is where they got Jar Jar from Star Wars.
I was gonna say that English sounds like some forum posts.
It's actually probably the other way around. I imagine that Jar Jar would have inspired it because Star Wars was 98. But that's
crazy.
Still a good joke. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Wow. Episode 8.
Hype. We had a big discussion at the end of the 420 show about episode 8.
We did?
I think you went AFK for most of it, but yeah.
Oh, I liked my version of it better, where Mitch just like passed out.
Well, I think he was there for part of it, so he did miss some, but yeah, I think he went to get food or something.
That also doesn't surprise me. I was getting real hungry towards the end.
Yeah.
Getting real hungry now.
These are a lot of skulls. Now, everybody says that RuneScape is a kid's game, but this is a quest from 2005, and the ground is literally fucking littered with skulls, like littered with them. There's like at least 200 skulls here.
They're pretty tame skulls.
Yeah, but this is 2005 graphics.
These aren't your blood. These aren't your Bloodborne skulls, or even your H.R. Geiger skulls.
2005 graphics.
That's what I'm saying. Like H.R. Geiger was like 80s, 70s, 90s, and all that stuff. You know, it's like
still wouldn't be allowed in China.
True, very true.
I still wouldn't say it's a kid's game.
Skeletons
I'm not saying
them.
it's like a horror game, but like not a kid's game. That's my only point.
I'm okay with. I mean, there are skulls inside of children.
That wasn't creepy at all, Mage.
Well, when Mage becomes a serial killer, they're gonna play that dialogue, that audio clip exactly on every TV channel in the country.
I missed the reaction because I unplugged my headset.
That's even better.
You search the clip.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to clip.
Oh my
clip
god!
that.
Slash bash a level 58. How am I gonna? Somebody in the comments of this YouTube video comment with the time of what just happened so that MageBit can play it back. Oh,
I got it.
A 36k drop. Oh right, yeah, Doug, you can just clip right on Twitch. Duh. All right, I got the ogre artifact. I'm gonna guess that's all I need.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all. You could take the bones and sell them.
Return to Grish. All right.
How much are those bones worth each?
That drop was 36k.
Oh, that's not bad.
11.4k each.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, not at all.
38 million XP to go for cooking. I'm looking forward to that being done.
Dang.
That's pretty quick.
I
That'll go
have
quickly.
86 mil left for Slayer, and I keep trying to talk myself into spending the next month grinding Slayer, and then I can't. I just can't do it.
Still blame you.
But I want 120 before Metaphos is here.
Oh, I don't. I think that's silly. I want the challenge.
Well, see, I think
I want to hate my life.
I think there's going to be money-making opportunities in like the first couple of
That's
weeks.
true.
So that's why I want it.
Most likely.
You're right about that. Like, yeah, I get that. But I don't. You probably care about them more than I do, and that's totally fine. Different priorities,
Yeah.
different floats from different boats.
Does RuneScape 3 have any Slayer bosses?
No.
I mean, what's your definition of a Slayer boss?
A boss
That's
that
coming-
you can only fight
It's
on
coming,
Slayer
it's
tasks.
coming with Metaphos. Well,
Okay.
I don't know if they'll only be fightable on Slayer task, but like bosses designed like specifically for Slayer are gonna be a thing in Metaphos according to things they've said before, unless they cancel.
There's a couple bosses in Old School that can only be fought on Slayer task, and that helps keep the drop price up pretty well.
Yeah. In RS3, stuff like that doesn't happen. It's just like the rare item, like you can kill the monster, but you won't get the rare item, or the rare item
yeah.
will be like super, 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 super rare off task, that kind of stuff. All
That's
right,
true.
let's finish this quest. Hey, used creature, you got the old things? Yes, I have them here. That's the goodly thing, used creature. Now we can make the new jiggig place away from the jokers. Used bin is a big helpy thing, you creature. Grish wishes you good stuff for the next things, you creature. Next things for creature. Grish seems very pleased about the return of the artifacts. Thanks, that's very nice of you. Congratulations, you've earned 1 quest point. You can now make brutal arrows and cure disease potions. Oh, I didn't even have to use the cure disease potion. 2,000 range fletching and herblore XP. 2 treasure hunter keys.
Well, that's because your defense is so high that they couldn't even hit you to disease you.
Fair.
Something about affinity.
What?
We're going to be talking about that on the next PvM Perspective.
Ooh.
Hit
I
chance,
just foreshadowed.
hit chance, and affinity are going to be like basically the whole show.
Oh, Affinity, that's low defense on the boss, right?
I could not tell you. I haven't recorded the episode yet.
I'm pretty. From what David said before, it has something to do with lowering the boss's defense.
All right, I know I'm done with the
You're a
quest,
boss.
but this guy here told me that if I give him the Black Prism, he'll give me a reward. So might as well, get that comp requirement.
It'll give you like 2k.
Shh, no spoilers. Don't worry about Sithic. He's not likely to be moving from his bed for a long time. When he eventually does get better, he's going to be sent to a disciplinary tribunal. Then we'll sort out what's what in the butt. Thanks for helping with all of this. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, no thanks is required. It's I who should be thanking you, my friend. Your investigative mind has shown how vigilant we really should be for this type of evil use of magical arts. I thought you wanted this thing, dude. Do you not want this thing?
I know you can give it to someone.
Okay, now he's taking it. Ah, yes, I remember you saying something about a reward, didn't I? Well, I can offer you 2,000 coins as it stands, but I know Yannick in Shiloh Village would offer you twice as much.
Oh my, 4K.
Are you willing to make that crazy journey though?
I mean, I feel like we have to. I don't know.
Do you have Karamja Gloves 4?
I got to RP it. No, I have the cart though. I just got to teleport to Karamja Lodestone and then run north to the cart.
That's true. I forgot about lodestones for a second.
I saw the post on Reddit where it was like, this is the problem with the RuneScape economy. This guy charges you 30 GP for a cart ride across the continent, while this guy charges you 875 GP for entrance into his fucking dungeon and tells you you're probably gonna die.
Thanks, capitalism.
Okay, I missed what Bunny's saying, so I'll get caught up on that. How much are Ogre Bones? They're 11.5k, but you probably heard that. Well, if you find someone to co-op Slayer with, you can just choose to do the mission you want at a higher count, and if you don't want, the other person can go off and do them, and if you both like them, you can both do them. I'm going the terrible wrong way. Yeah, I've never done co-op Slayer, but I should. I think Morven and Caherdale do have special assignments. Horror's creature gives large amounts of Slayer XP, and you can do some bosses in place of Slayer monsters. Yeah, that's how it works on RS3. I think that the way Studwood's talking in old school, there's like bosses that you can literally only kill if you have. Is it just me, or did part of this area not load, or am I just like completely lost?
It looks like it hasn't really loaded. Yeah, it didn't load any of the trees.
That's weird. Yeah. That's something doesn't look right. Abort.
Where is the cart? Oh, the cart's not here.
Oh, they clear cut the whole forest, those bastards.
I wonder if that's because I have ground. Watch this. Let me turn on ground decoration.
Oh, you think ground decorations?
Nope.
Trees are considered ground decorations?
Didn't fix it. This is just a weird. We just found a weird graphics bug.
Cool.
Like the farming patch is gone. I can see the leprechaun, but it's gone.
Can you walk into the farming patch, or are the no walk blocks still there?
The no walk blocks look like they might still be. Yeah, you can't walk into it.
Oh, that's too bad.
Gotta go for Game Breaker, though, you know?
Well, I mean, this is pretty Game Breaker worthy, but I don't know how you report this. How
do you replicate it? You can't.
Affinity.
I guarantee you teleport, it's probably fine.
It's kind of the way they are weak to, so you can have a higher accuracy if you do say slash on melee kind of thing. Okay. And don't forget about your Karambwan for money. I don't even know where to get that from, Bunny, but that's a good point.
Oh, those you buy those in Taiba Wanang.
Oh, you want me to go there too? Jeez.
Yeah. So, Affinity sounds like it's basically what the defense stat was before Evolution of Combat.
Affinity goes back to like the beginning of RuneScape though. Like it's one of the things that like has existed since classic RuneScape.
Yeah, but it was originally explained as like the boss has these defense points, so this weapon is more accurate on them.
Okay, so who knows where this guy is or what his name even fucking is? Because I totally fucking forgot. Not gonna lie.
Who are we looking
one small
for?
favor guy, maybe.
Maybe.
Who are we looking for?
I can't remember.
Oh fuck!
I think it's the one small favor guy.
Yeah,
I don't.
looks right.
Is it the Slayer guy? It might be the Slayer guy. If it's the Slayer guy, you have to go in the hut
Yanni.
and then up.
He has a quest, so I'm guessing it's one small favor.
Yeah, that's the one small favor house.
Look at this. This isn't. We got 5K for this. Can you believe it?
5K.
Hey, that guy lied to you. He said you only get double.
No, he said more than double.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So he was quite accurate then.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna be eating here in a minute. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just letting everybody know. I mute myself, so I'm not chewing, and I'll manage my mutes, if you will.
All right. No problem. I've been snacking on dried cherries this whole time.
Nice.
I've been tanking WoW dungeons this whole time.
Nice.
Jealous.
Stop. I know. Me too. A little bit.
You just gotta make the decision, Mage.
I-
That's all you gotta do.
It's a big
And
decision.
then get the money.
Yeah. No, I said I'd give him the. I have a code for the game itself, and I said I'd give him a month of membership.
I see. You just don't love me. You only love Mage. Jerk.
I offered this to Mage like a year ago, and he still hasn't taken me
I
up on it.
literally told you like
s-
a week ago that I would play the game if I had membership, but you're like,
I'm thinking about doing this summer though, like for reals.
my heart is broken.
I'm sorry, Harley.
All right.
Harley already owns all the games too, I think.
No,
so it might be
I don't
easier
own
for-
the current one.
Did
The
you?
newest.
Yeah, that's the expensive part.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's the
We
only
should
part you have
always
to
play
buy at
Overwatch.
this point. You don't get the free, like, I mean, the rest of it's free. So, like,
No, it's $20 for everything else.
I thought they made it free at this point.
Nope, you gotta spend $20 for everything but the newest expansion.
Maybe it's only like, I think if you have an account, you get it for free. Maybe
Yeah,
that's what it
if
is.
you've ever had an account, then you get everything except for the newest one for free.
So shouldn't I get everything but the newest one for free? Because I have an account. I mean, I've always had an account.
You've had a WoW account?
Yeah.
WoW.
He played
I played-
vanilla.
The original.
Oh, then yeah, you might have all the new stuff, and you might just need
All right, how do I figure that out? Let's try to figure that out. What would I
go
do?
to battle.net.
Hang on.
This has been
Battle,
your RuneScape
Think
Weekly
Battle.net came
WoW
out this-
podcast.
right? WoW came out like the same year that Gmail came out, so I have to like hope that it's my Gmail account that I registered WoW with.
No, Battle.net.
All right, so
came
all right,
out
here I
with
am.
Diablo 2.
No, I didn't say DI.
Oh, okay.
I said WoW, WoW, and Gmail.
Okay,
2000 and both came out in 2004. All right, I'm in BattleNet.
Then manage my games.
All right, so we're moving on to as a first resort. This one we're gonna use the guide for because that last quest took literally an hour and a half.
And this one, and as a first resort, is actually supposed to be a little bit longer. So
Yeah, I want to be able to get at least 3, if not like 4 quests into this stream. So we're gonna cheat for this one.
I'm trying to figure out what my password is.
good luck with that.
I love it. I don't know why it's not working.
Box trap. I got a box trap. Do I have a bird snare? This is why you always stock your bank with everything.
Now I have a fucking captcha.
Teasing stick.
Captchas are fucking stupid. I feel like
All right. Let's get rid of this stupid ogre bow. All right, available just outside of Oaklog. Holy crap, this quest requires a lot of stuff.
That's great.
fucking cap now everything Blizzard. Now I have to put a fucking captcha in. Even BattleNet client, love it. All right.
What?
What's up? Oh,
That's ridiculous. Captcha everywhere. So,
I fucking hate captchas.
I can't wait for Google's invisible captcha.
All right, let's see here. Your accounts. World of Warcraft. It says active, but I don't know what that means. Let's see.
Means you're
So
not
core
banned.
starter edition.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
right.
means you have everything but Legion.
Okay. So if I say buy World of Warcraft,
It'll ask you to buy Legion.
no, it wants me to spend $20 on the game still.
Oh, well, don't worry, I have a free code for that.
Cool.
So when you decide to do it, you can do it for real cheap.
All right, so I have an extra ring of dueling in case I need that. Everything else I can get outside of Oglog. Although I feel like I should buy some of it to make it quicker, but
That's the quest for unlock the pools. Forgot about that.
yeah, I'm doing it so I can decant shit finally.
Oh, so you can make the flasks and stuff, right?
Well, not make them, but decant them so that I don't have to keep manually mixing them.
Yeah, you can't talk to that guy unless you finish the quest, which is annoying.
Oh, that's
MageBit
annoying.
2017 comp cake versus spending the summer playing WoW. Yeah, pretty much.
You said it depends on how good the city is.
Yeah, Golden City. If Menafos is like an utter fucking failure, then I'll go play WoW.
If Menafos is
Until
another
the next
failure,
expansion.
That's gonna be bad.
Yeah. But you gotta have a plan B.
Harley,
Mm-hmm.
these DPS so they pull 2 packs of mobs, and then they also pull the boss
Perfect.
and the tank.
I love it when the DPS do that. That was my favorite thing when I played WoW all the time. Is I played tank and my friend played healer, which meant if anybody fucked up, like we would both just stand back and watch them die.
You also get really fast queues if you're playing tank or healer.
Yes, you do. But it was more like it was just nice because like the people were being assholes and weren't like following me as the tank. I'd just be like, okay, well, like you can fuck off and die. That's fine by me.
If you're a tank, literally all you need is a healer, and then eventually whatever's in front of you will die.
You know, and my main tanking too took place back in Cataclysm, and I played a paladin. And paladins in Cata didn't even need a fucking healer. It was it was righteous. It was I so missed that time. That was so much fun.
Even now, like playing a paladin tank while leveling, I'll fight like a boss for this quest that says you might need 3 people, and I'll be like, oh, it'll just take like 5 minutes.
Yeah. I miss Cata paladins. It was broken, but it was so much fun. Like,
Yeah. I got hit capped in Cataclysm as a WoW paladin. That was awesome.
nice.
That means every single attack against me was either dodged, blocked, or parried. So you took like 40% less damage against every single attack against you. It was great.
Dang. All right, now let me see here. I must talk to Chief Tess, the chief of Oglog, the Ogress encampment south of Feldip Hills. So I'm guessing that this is probably. I'm gonna go, Lodestone and scope it out.
Yeah, it's near the. It's at the entrance to the Ogre City, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I was just trying to decide if it was faster to go to Castle Wars or here.
Don't you have the Uglog stone?
That is
Lodestone?
the lodestone is the
Oh,
do you not have
the Uglog one? Okay, I see.
Yeah, just use that, Harley.
See, I thought we were going closer to where we just were, but I see now we're going super far south.
Yeah. At least I think so.
The last lodestone I unlocked was Ashdale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me
I
too.
don't even think I have Ashdale unlocked.
It's a waste of time, don't.
I have every single
I'm just
other
kidding.
one.
Imagine
Well, I came back to the game and had no lodestones.
what you should do.
And then like it took me forever to do Ashdale. And then one day I was like, I need to complete these. Like I can't keep going.
What you should do is don't unlock the Ashdale lodestone. Do all the comp requirements, and then record your last comp requirement as unlocking the Ashdale lodestone.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be cool. That'd be a good video.
In old school, I just have 5 portal rooms in my house.
Yeah, it's a much better system.
It's really, really,
Adds
really
value to the
expensive
house.
to set up, and you need a house
It
teleport
should
every
be
single time.
too.
Yeah, that's like the one
Teleporting
thing.
all over the world should be expensive.
That's one
Well,
thing
it
I feel like
costs-
we fucked up in RuneScape 3. One of the, in my opinion, because like it shrinks the size of the game so much, it should be expensive, and it should cost, and it should require a high construction level. Like that's just how it should be.
Yeah. So my house has all the portals available in old school. It costs probably a couple mil to set up, and then it costs 2K for every single teleport, because a teleport house tablet is like 2K.
Yeah, I would love that system in RS3.
That's a much better system.
It would help.
It's a money sink.
Yeah, and it
You
would
can also
it would mean that people
at
would
level,
use teleports
Sorry.
less, to be honest, which would be a good thing.
and then at level 90 construction, you can build a thing that holds all the teleportation jewelry. So you can
Nice.
put that in your house too, but that takes 90 construction, which is crazy expensive.
What does 90 construction in old school RuneScape cost in RuneScape 3 equivalent?
Give me 1 sec.
All right. Hello there. What do you want, skinny creature? We're not open yet. Not open? Nope, not until that other human say we're ready. Other human? Yeah, the bossy one in the bank. She say there is a lot to do before we can open, so we not open. Which brings me back to the question, what do you want, human? What exactly is going on around here? Well, it's a long story. See, this lady human come to Uglog. She look around the village a little, got very excited, then start talking to me very fast, started asking many things. What did she want? That woman, she was very confusing. She bossy, says lots but makes no sense. Hard to understand. All I know is I agree to help her in things she calls business venture. You what? I know. It's such a mess, cause so much trouble. Me not know what to do. I do not even know what a business venture looks like. This quest is much better written so far.
Yeah.
So, about this business venture. Let me get this straight. Some woman shows up out of nowhere, talks to you for a while, and you agree to help her with some random plan of hers without having any idea what she is talking about. When you put it that way, it sounds less good. But the lady say that many creatures give us lots of shiny pretties to sit in the pools of mud of Uglog. She go on about this business plan thing. She say guaranteed shiny pretties for everyone if we help her. And you believe this, did you? Well, it sounded very good at the time. She talked very fast and sounded very sure about the shiny pretties. Besides, me had to agree it was the only way to make her stop talking. So when are you going to get the shiny pretties then? That is just the problem. Human ladies say much stuff need to be done before everything is ready for customer. We try to help, but thing is, we can no understand what she wants. We still have to listen to her nonsense talking, and there be no shiny pretties yet for anybody. Can I help at all? That's so very nice of you, skinny creature. You can talk to the bossy lady at the bank, see what she want. Maybe human have better chance than ogre of understanding her. I'd be happy to. All right.
I remember this quest being annoying.
Yeah, it looks like it. I have to like fetch a million things.
Putting my phone on vibrate. Sorry about that.
Where exactly is the boss lady? She is in the new bank just south of here. Thanks. I'll go see what I can do. Anything else? Nope. I'm just gonna examine you and see what the text says. She walks as if she owns this place. Ferocious Larapi with a dainty collar. I think the annoying part is when you have to have the right stuff to burn next to the pools and remembering what you did in the previous pools. Yeah, that sounds like it's going to be annoying. I probably should have bought all the stuff and put it in my bank, but I don't even know if I can... I can't use the bank here until the end.
Correct.
So
Probably not.
that kind of sucks.
Freaking
I'm going to talk to
Bird
Dog.
all over again.
Grr. Watch out, human. Dog like human for breakfast. Okay. Dog not very nice. Very oily and very lampy. God, the descriptions in this game.
Lampy. I feel like I've been described as lampy before.
Alright, so I did the math. To get the old school equivalent of the ease of lodestones, it costs 520 mil, RS3.
I like that. Some people might find that excessive, but like to teleport anywhere you want in the game should be super end game in my opinion.
No, I totally agree. It also means by the time you've made that money, you've already seen like so much of the game.
Yeah. You've seen it all. If you can make 500 mil and be comfortable giving it away, like to upgrade something, then you've probably seen most of the game at that point. I would assume.
My
Or
name is
one
Harley
area.
Quinn. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Or you open to die.
Yeah, right. Well, old school.
And I've just been talking to Chief Tess. I have no idea what's going on, but I get the feeling that there are some communication difficulties between you and the Chief. Oh, thank goodness, another proactive, forward-thinking human. I can't tell you how happy I am to make your acquaintance of someone who's on my wavelength. Yes. So what's going on around here? Look, there's a lot to do around here, and I could really use a hand. You seem like a mover and a shaker. Can I run an idea up the flagpole? Can you what now? Can we
Do you
have
want to run
a
an
quick...
idea of my flagpole?
Whoa. Can we have a
I
quick...
was like, what is that? Sorry, I'll shut up.
It's no problem. That's why you're here. Can we have a quick mindstorm
To be
together?
annoying.
I have a proposition. No, to talk. It's not annoying. I mean, it's hard when you're not like in a room with someone to tell when they're talking, and in a quest, it's even harder
True.
because there's a lot of
True.
dialogue to read. Are you feeling okay? Well,
No.
I'll feel a bit better when we have a firm grasp of the incentivizing the hospitality
We have a firm grasp of the
market.
flagpole.
But a couple of setbacks have cropped up, like the flagpole. What's the problem? The bottom line is that the upper management is a bit overstretched at the moment. Who's upper management?
Because of the size of the flagpole.
Wow. Me. Ah, of course. See, we don't have the human resources we need to get this place up and running and ready for business. Are y'all playing WoW? Nah, this is Runescape. Who plays WoW?
What a silly question. Hey, Dad to Bleed, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, bud? I acquired a number of Ogre resources, but unfortunately their core skills and customer focus leave, well, much to be desired. So why are you telling me about this? Let me level with you. I'm only level 10. I need someone to call who can big picture and organic growth solution around here. Someone who can envision the way forward. Can you bring it to the table and make it happen. Can you try and make some more sense, please? Yeah, pretty much. Are you on board?
I used to try to apply combat levels to my friends when I was in middle school.
Can you take it to the next level? Nope. Sorry. Still not following. Look, we need someone to go forward with this and synergize the next stage in our target hospitality development plan. You're just making up a lot of words that don't mean anything, aren't you? No, not at all. We've moved.
My cover's blown. Fuck.
We've moved the goalposts, and it's time to make it pop. Okay, so now we got a flagpole, some goalposts, popping. I mean, this is very sexual. Are you Are you ready to be a key player? We'd love to welcome you to the team. Okay, I'll bite. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. This is all in the strictest confidence, mind you. Can I count on your discretion? But of course, actually, I'm a bit of a blabbermouth. I'm really tempted to say that one. But of course, I won't tell a soul. Cross my heart and all that. Excellent. So here's the deal. I used to work at my father's tavern in Yanil. It was a viable business, but he's hardly a visionary when it comes to expansion of a franchise. My father missed so many chances to actualize his opportunities, it was unreal. No matter how much I pushed him or tried, I've been thinking about trying the newest expansion. I quit before the Panda expansion. Legion is super good from everything I've heard. I know Sudwood plays WoW, but all in all, the reviews for Legion have been super good. So
it's
I mean,
much better than the last one.
I am very tempted.
Warlords had a really good beginning, but
and
the
that's all they had.
The long tail of it was not good. Yeah, that's my understanding. The Warlords quests were so good. I haven't done
They've
Legion at
gotten
all,
even better.
but the Warlord quests were super good. My father missed so many chances to actualize his opportunities. It was unreal. No matter how much I pushed him, I tried. I couldn't even get him to consider implementing a basic marketing strategy. When he refused to let me institute a beer pooling mentorship program, it was the last straw. I realized that if I didn't find some release for my frustration, I'd end up a raging sociopath, like MageBit.
That's very true. So I will be on the back of the R's momentarily.
All right.
I'm gonna be RB is what I'm trying to say.
I understood. It took me a second, but I got it. WoW was so good by life, though. I mean, WoW, modern WoW is not near as bad as what it used to be, as far as time commitment. I mean, if you play RuneScape, WoW is WoW has barely any requirements as far as time goes these days. It's much. That game has evolved with its player base, where as its players have less time, the game takes much less time to do anything in.
There's an hour of dailies, and then if you're raiding, there's 4 hours of weekly stuff.
So what do you mean? I took a holiday, and this helped you, did it? Oh yes, I gathered up all my things and went on an extended hunting expedition. Hunting? You hardly look like the type. Oh, there's nothing I enjoy more than tracking and trapping small, defenseless creatures or matching the wits and strength against larger, more clever ones. Wow, this lady is vindictive. Y'all are tempting me. That's what we're here for, to make people play MMOs. Oh my god, look at her face. She looks terrifying. Relentlessly following one's prey and slowly luring it to its ultimate demise is so very gratifying. I think this lady gets off on killing animals. What do you think? Sounds kind of like her kink. I need to check real quick when this quest came out. Just wonder. 2008. Okay. I am somewhat alarmed by the way you're licking your lips. Nonsense. It's just a matter of exercising good business practice. One needs to annihilate one's competition without hesitancy or compassion. Right. So you're like Donald Trump in business, except possibly more successful because he's terrible at business. Anyway, moving on.
Didn't you know he got started all by himself and his $1 million loan from his father?
Small loan. Don't forget the word small. Small loan of $1 million. And he's only bankrupted like 50 times, and he's only like ripped 1 million people off, and like isn't actually successful, but instead just incredibly lucky. So anyways, I came upon this encampment of ogresses when I was out on a hunting trip. It may be a bit crude and primitive, but they've got an amazing thing going for them. Excuse me. What's that? Have you seen these pools and springs around this place? Yeah, that's pretty hard to miss. Well, they have some pretty amazing properties. Like what? Well, if you bathe in the waters, they have the manner of benefits. They have all manner of benefits to one's health and performance. Oh, I see. So they help you in bed. Or rather, I don't see. What's that have to do with me? Don't you get it? I'm offering you a chance to get in on the ground floor and make sure a ground floor of what's sure to be the biggest new marketing opportunity this side of the River Lum. The place has the potential to be the ultimate holiday destination, a spa where everyone can come and relax, get away from it all, and take to the waters. But have you looked around? There's nothing here but lots of nasty bugs and surly ogres. Oh, that's nothing some good project management can't fix. With a little Imagineering, okay, Disney employee, and some nose to the grindstone development, I'm convinced we can transform this place into the most luxurious of resorts. It'll rival Mar-a-Lago. Now I'm an expert supervisory administration. Now I'm an expert at supervisory administration, but these ogres require more hands-on training than I initially time costed. I'm up to my ears in customer relations training as well. Well, it's hard to teach those bankers that it's bad form to club a client over the head and take their stuff. I can see how that might be problematic. What I really need is someone at the front line, someone who can interface between me and the ogres who have signed. Hey, look, this person has an Slayer cape too. Who have interfaced between me and the ogres who have signed on to help out this enterprise. So the ogres are helping you out, are they? But of course, these ladies like shiny pretties just as much as the next. Right, okay. So you want someone to boss around doing all the difficult stuff while you sit here and supervise. Is that the deal? Yeah, that about sums it up. Well, why not? I've got nothing better to do. Excellent. Glad to have you on board. Feel free to use the bank if you think... Hold on, I gotta drink some water. Oh, my throat was getting scratchy. Feel free to use the bank if you think it would pool your resources more effectively. I can't guarantee good customer service, but they won't lose your things. Oh, so I can use the bank in the middle of this quest. Okay, so now we have all the chit-chat over with. What needs to be done first? I'm so glad you asked. Our first target is to establish the catering facilities. Catering? Please tell me you're not going to teach ogres how to bake crunchies or something. No, I'm afraid our concessionary service will be a bit more basic. What are you planning then? Man, my throat is getting super scratchy. A nice little tavern like your father's, a friendly atmosphere, good beer, and maybe some food on the side. A little simpler than that, I'm afraid. Ogre cocktails with a poolside service? Not quite that either. A little restaurant offering light bites and refreshments? No. What do you have in mind, then? Actually, I feel like we're doing well if we can get our chef outfitted with a spit and a cooking fire. Ah, right. And do you think this will go over Well, do you? I'm hoping the rustic charm will compensate for the risk of food poisoning. Okay, it's sounding better and better. So you can talk to Charug and see if you can set her up with the basics. I don't think much progress has been made on that front. Sure thing. Oh, Alice just got a pair of nightmare gauntlets. Thank you so much, Harley Quinn, and good luck. The ball is now in your court. I'm sure with a little pro activity, you'll affect a big win solution. Yeah, sure. Here's hoping this Charog is a better conversationalist than some around here. Sorry, I missed that. Oh, nothing. God, that was a fucking lot of dialogue. They really pour it on thick in these old quests, huh? Sudwood.
Yeah. What are the other pools besides the run energy one? I can't remember.
I have no idea because I've never used them or even researched them.
I don't know if anyone knows besides the run energy one.
Is the run energy one even useful though? Like you don't run out of run
It used
energy
to be.
anymore. I think in RS3 there's other ones that are used, but I don't know. In Mage Bits.
Oh, isn't there? I think there's one that acts sort of like the scent thingies for Hunter.
Maybe. All right. So now that we have finished that long ass fucking conversation, let's go talk to Charag. Red, no Bandos attacks in God Wars 1 dungeon? I'm
Oh,
not-
that's probably what one of the
Oh,
pools says.
that makes sense. I was like, what are you talking about? Yellow, 10% prayer boost. Excuse me.
That doesn't
Blue
seem useful.
is run energy.
The prayer one, you could just pray at the Edgeville altar.
I'm guessing it's a permanent boost, though, would be my guess. Maybe not permanent, but like long time boost. I don't know.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Knowing Jagex, it could just not be though.
Green is poison immune plus 5% life boost.
Okay, but was that ever useful?
I mean, back in the day when poison would fuck you up, hell yeah.
But you had Antidote plus plus and what was it called? And Sarah Brews by then.
Well, if you didn't want to carry one with you, I mean,
I guess.
Brown
But Antidote.
is plus 9 to Hunter in visible
that's what I was thinking.
Hunter boost.
Yeah, I bet that one actually sounds kind of useful.
It does. Especially at my low level.
Especially now that you can bottle it. And use it like a potion.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah, nice.
I think that's an arc reward.
You see this fire? No, actually, all I see is a big pit of char. That's the problem. Looks like... Man, my throat is being a butt. Look, if it's a big deal, I can just bring you some logs and a tinderbox. But you don't understand, Human. This fire needs to be big. Need to cook much chompy. Right, so what are you saying? Silly Human, you know nothing. To build fire, we need lots of logs. Lots of logs. Also, need long spears. Spears is for spit and some raw chompy to cook. It's hopeless. I think I could get you that stuff. What do you need? That very nice of you, little human. I need spears and chomping birds, but first I need logs. Okay, I'll bring you some logs. Then, how many do you need? Mino, how many pokey fingers you got, human? I've got 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. That good. Give me that many fingers of achy tree logs. Never mind the thumbs. How many toesies you got? I've got 10 toes, last I counted. That good. Bring me that many eucalyptic logs. Right, let me get straight on it. You want 8 achy tree logs and 10 eucalyptus logs. Yes, you very smart. Good at counting. You go get them right now. Yes, you can find them in the treesies outside of the camp. I can't think of nothing I'd rather do than collect dead trees for you. I don't suppose you know how many spears and birds you want. You not worry about that now. We'll need a couple birds, maybe a couple more spears. We worry about that when you get the woods. All right. Let me send a message here real quick. All right. I'm going to go, now that I know I can use the bank here, I'm just going to go to Priff, buy all this shit.
You have big lists of stuff.
Yeah. It's all available there, but it seems like me just buying it all will speed up the quest by a ton, so why not?
Hey, it's better than trying to do the Death Talisman without as an Iron Man.
Oh, you mean
I'm not looking forward to that.
Within the Light or whatever? Or no, I guess that's Morning's End Part 2.
Morning's End Part, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that as an Iron Man?
I don't even remember what you have to do there.
You have to collect 50 different random items.
Oh, the Ogre Flask to bottle of the pools is a reward from Bounty Hunter and Deathmatch.
Oh, Bounty Hunter. Alright, never mind. You're never going to do that.
I want to do Bounty Hunter. I was stoked for that update, but it came out and freaking...
You can, yeah, you'd need like the entire RuneScape Weekly listeners to get enough people to do it.
Enough people play it. The problem is, from what I understand, people still just cheese it, so it's not like you can actually do it in any real way, which makes me sad. My plan, I was about as excited for that update as I am for Shattered Worlds, which is coming out on Monday, and I'm hoping that Shattered Worlds will live up way more than...
Well, that's not a PvP update, so it should be better.
Yeah.
That was me making a joke about the quality of the PvP updates.
Yeah, I know. It makes me sad. I don't know what to do about it. I miss PvP. Like, God... One of my most favorite things was the PvP in World of Warcraft, and I wish that RuneScape could have some of that. I honestly wish that they would just straight up copy Battlegrounds from World of Warcraft. Like, I would be all about that. Yeah, Alice, plus the XP, or the Slayer boosting, I forget what they're calling them. Basically, pocket slide item. The Slayer boosting item will be super useful for getting 120 Slayer too, potentially.
The thing I don't understand about Bounty Hunter is, Old School had the exact same problem.
Yeah.
So why did they think of it?
It really frustrated me when I found that out, because I kind of agree. Iron Spears won't buy for 10k each. All right.
Oh, they just recently in Old School they released Wilderness Slayer Master.
We have that.
It's pretty cool.
In RS3 on some level. I don't know exactly how it works, but there is one of those technically. I think it's just like Slayer contracts. It's not like a...
Yeah. Old School one is kind of cool because there's a rare chance that the things you're killing will drop the reward items from bounty hunters, so you can get bounty hunter items from doing Wilderness Slayer.
Yeah, I just saw someone on the RS3 Reddit talking about wanting that in the game, which unfortunately I think it's probably going to have to become a thing because bounty hunter is fucking broken.
It'll get people in the wilderness at least.
There are people in the wilderness right now. The skilling stuff in the wilderness was a good update, honestly.
Yeah.
The more skilling stuff they add to the wildy, especially if they keep making it best XP in the game, like it will bring people in there.
Well, trying to do a 250 black demon task in the wilderness gives you plenty of time to get PK'd. Right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think PKers mostly camp the agility course and the divination place.
I don't understand camping the agility course.
Well, because it used to not make much sense, but now the demonic skull is
skull thingy.
Yeah, it's drop one death no matter what, and agility course is close to best XP. It is best XP in the game. It's only slightly better than Prif, but it is better than Prif. So best XP in the game if you have it on. So basically, people who don't have Prif or people who don't want to do Prif for some dumb reason are training there. So that makes it a good money maker. But before that, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
But I think most people PK to be trolls. To be honest, like it's not like. Yeah. Wait, I did not mean to put.
I'd be like running around the wilderness agility course with like one summer pie, and people would PK me.
Yeah. I mean, I PK people for a little while. Like when I trained up there, I would PK sometimes just for the fun of it, just because like I'd see somebody and I'd be like, I just feel like killing somebody, so like why not?
Ooh, my artifacts all the way up to 896 item level.
Okay, does anybody in the chat have Lar Apaya fur?
The Rupia?
The Rupia.
Those you have to catch in the like jungle hunting area.
Yeah.
Like around the Ogre City.
I know, I just don't feel like doing it, so I figured I'd ask if anybody has those.
Yeah, they're a major pain to hunt.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hey, I'm mobile.
I am back.
No, I don't know. Yeah, your voice sounded really low quality there for a minute.
Might take a minute. My computer fell asleep like a piece of crap.
Computer is melting to death.
I mean, it's all true. It is spitting hot fire and not in the form of rap.
I don't know. It sounds like it doesn't like you very much either, Mage.
I mean, no electronic does. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to deserve it. It's the way it is. So what did I miss? Where are we at?
Harley's trying to buy the Rupia fur.
Yep. If you have any,
what quest are we doing
in
here?
your bank as a first resort.
Okay, let me just change the. What do you need?
The Rupia fur.
A Rupia fur. Okay, I highly doubt I do, but I'll check.
Yeah, I doubt you do too. I can go do some trapping, but
I could buy some for like a crazy price.
I think I put it up to 50k each and none bought, and I didn't really want to go higher than that.
How many do you need?
Eight.
You need 8 of them? And you want the fur, right?
Yes, the fur. I found out that you can use the bank while you're there, so I came back to get everything. Oh, well, nice.
Where do you? I'm on 99. What world are you on?
98. We're only one apart.
I'm so close yet so far. Alright, I'll hop over to you.
Thanks. I think that's better because hopping requires computer resources that I don't want to give away to it. Lol.
Yeah, I'll be right at the load soon.
Potato computers.
Potato!
So what are you going to do after your 120 Hunter, Alice? Thanks, buddy.
Did 8 times more than they're worth. No problem.
All right, time to leave Lag Central.
Yeah.
Head back to Oogdog.
Lag Central is my favorite television network, though.
You missed some good sexual innuendos, I've got to say. There were some good ones that could have been brought up.
I'm sorry.
That conversation with that lady in the bank was like 15 minutes long, and she was super sexual the whole time. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but it was a long-ass conversation.
It was very long.
Eucalyptus.
Speaking of eucalyptus, what are your thoughts on ukulele?
I haven't seen any of it yet, but it sounds pretty. Oh wait, maybe I did. I forget. Is that the platformer game or what is that?
It is it's a 3D platformer game developed by Playtonic, which is too close to PlayFusion for my liking. Which is a bunch of ex-Rare developers, mostly who worked on the Banjo-Kazooie games, and this is basically Banjo-Kazooie 3 spiritual successor.
Okay, I've only seen very little of it, because the only person I watch who plays platformers is Trihex. Which if you don't watch Trihex on Twitch, you're like missing out. It's one of the best streamers out there. Literally has a Twitch emote. It's a default Twitch emote. That black dude Twitch emote. The generic one that everybody spams is Trihex. He's awesome. He's such a good streamer. He does a lot of like speed running and shit, and he'll do. My favorite thing that he does is he does like Mario Maker, where he just does like random levels and like speed runs them. It's so much fun to watch. But as far as that game goes, I've never been a huge platformer fan myself, so I can't really judge it.
I like Banjo-Kazooie, but I haven't played any of Ukulele. I haven't heard the best things about it.
I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard if you like Banjo-Kazooie and are happy with the making no improvements on Banjo-Kazooie, you love it. Otherwise, you might feel like it falls a little bit short of, living up to 2017's gaming standards. So, I think I would like it, but I think anyone who didn't play Banjo-Kazooie and love it and play it for like 800 hours as a kid would probably think it is, at best, maybe like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. But to someone like me, it's like a 9 out of 10. That's without playing it, though.
So this person said good fire building, and now, yes, I'm a little confused by this. Aren't spits a little more suited for your purpose? Bah, spit's too small for big fire like this. You go bring me spears. Fine, I'll get you some spears. How many do you need? Look, how many is that again? Me forget with the big numbers. 4, as in 1, 2, 3, 4. The number of eyes you have had. The matter of eyes you've had if you'd had 2 more. Okay, and Alice said that Shadow Worlds is what she's going to be doing next for abilities. And then the Ark, been doing Slayer for like 6 months now. And then about Ukulele, terrible customer service that killed.
I heard that, yeah.
Maybe that's they killed Banjo-Kazooie with that driving version that came out with Build a Car, the nuts and bolts.
Nuts and bolts, yeah.
Rare.
That should not have been a Banjo-Kazooie game. Okay.
The rare replay version of Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie is really good.
It is, if you have an Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox. I don't know I'll ever buy an Xbox unless it's given to me. I would always choose a PlayStation over an Xbox, I think.
I feel like PlayStations are way, especially with the next Xbox update that's coming. That shit is amazing as far as game consoles goes. Like that thing is gonna have so much fucking power.
Well, we'll see. Thing is,
you won't buy a console.
I'm never gonna buy a console
yeah,
anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. But like, if I were to buy a console, which is already like not gonna happen. Let's be honest. If I was to buy a console, it would actually more likely be a Nintendo Switch than either a PlayStation or a Xbox.
Yeah, figured.
Just because of the type of game, the type of gamer I am.
Well, and Nintendo games are never going to come out on the PC for the foreseeable future.
That's also very true. It makes the most sense, like cost-wise. Yeah, it's like never gonna get Nintendo games.
With an Xbox, all Microsoft games are going to be PC as well, so it doesn't really matter.
For the most, yeah. I've heard that they've toyed around with doing Xbox exclusive, like forcing you to have the Xbox hardware, but that would be such a stupid idea.
No, they just require you have Windows 10 now.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Fetched your logs, got your spears, and brought you some raw choppies. I suppose you'll want something else now. Relax, human. 2 tenths. All you need to do now is start the fire, and I can cook the birdies. That's all? That's all. Alright, then I can do it. And then I've been skipping some dialogue here because it's kind of been not important dialogue for people who have been seeing me do that. The fire's all lit and ready to go. Thank you very much, human. Thanks, I think. Anything else you need? Nah, me okay, but maybe bossy human lady have more for you to do. She's always complaining about something. Somehow that doesn't surprise me. I'll go speak to Balnia then. Hey, human, you don't forget to come back when we open. I give you a good deal if you want meat, or give you shiny pretties if you have some meats to sell. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, I have a feeling this next conversation is going to be like 20 hours long. This is back to the bossy lady. The cooking fire is lit and the chompies are roasting away. Excellent. That's way more... I didn't even process that sentence. Excellent. That's way much more better. Okay, that is terrible English, Jagex. But way much more better. Jesus.
Is it an ogre talking or a human?
It is a human.
That is pretty bad.
I think she's supposed to like over exaggerate shit, but that one just doesn't. I don't know. It broke my brain.
Yeah, that was just poorly written.
Yeah.
Jarring.
I now need you to go and interface with the manager of the hotel facility to see what you can bring to the table in terms of advancing the relevant relaxation technologies there. You need me to what now? Oh, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. As things stand, we're diving headlong into a negative growth situation, and it's going to require some real blue sky thinking to pull us out of it. God, this lady. When you speak, it makes me distressed and confused. I feel like they should rename her to Trump, but, you know. I made that joke before, but Magespit wasn't here, so I had to do it again.
It's alright.
Bug Report, Game Breaker title. I agree. I feel like I should get Game Breaker for having to try to parse that sentence. So, can I count on you to take ownership of this opportunity and provide proactive solutions that will help us make it happen? God, I don't know what you're saying to me. Just tell me what you want doing. I need to spell it out again. Just talk to the hotel manager and close the loop so we can transition this scenario. Okay, let's make this simple. Who do you want me to see? I've just told you we need to confunction with... No, confunctioning. Give me the name. She's the manager of the hotel facilities, and no, her title, her name, not her title, her name. Schnurg. Her name is Schnurg. That's better. So you want me to have a chat with Schnurg to see what mess she's made of things? Essentially, yes, although I would prefer to view it as making a positive wise transition. Making a positive wise transition. Okay, God. Right-ho, I'll go and see Schnurg at the hotel and transition away. Brilliant. Be sure to keep me up to date with your hospitality solutions. Yeah, I'll be sure to do that.
Where'd you find that picture, Mage? It's great.
Rune Group. RuneGroup.uk.
That was an exhausting read. That by the mage was like
That-
1/10 of the
Does
conversation
your brain
we had
hurt?
earlier. Yeah, imagine like 10 to 20 times
It
longer
took,
than
like-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it took another 10 minutes for the earlier conversation.
And it was the exact same shit. Like, I feel like I'm high and I haven't smoked anything.
I'm sure. Well, I guess we were both doing the same thing, man.
Oh, that's why it took you so long. I should have known that.
I had people here, and yeah, it's all good.
It's all good in the hood. All right, I'm gonna go get some
I
water.
wish I wasn't in the hood though.
I'm gonna go get some water. You two entertain the people.
Oh, we'll banter.
All right, we can do
Hello, people. Hello, Sudwood. Oh, let's talk about Mass Effect while
that. Yeah.
while
Alright,
Harley's
sounds good.
away. Because I haven't finished the game yet, and
Still not.
I need some encouragement. I haven't had
It's a
I haven't had the
solid
desire.
6.5.
You're pushing me towards uninstallation.
I gave Breath of the Wild, which I loved, a 7.5.
Okay,
So that's the scale.
all right. So if Breath of the Wild, so if 7.5 is a 9, what did you give?
Oh, okay. If
Mass
7.5
Effect
was
a
a 9,
6.5.
yeah, then Mass Effect would be a 8. But I use a sensible scale where you actually use the lower half of the numbers.
What? All right. What brought you to your conclusion as far as that number
It's fairly
goes?
well put together. It was pretty fun.
I'll give you that.
The combat was pretty fun.
All right. Did
Um,
you viable every planet? Did you get 100% viability on all planets?
I had an overall completion of 70% when I beat the game.
Where do you see that number? Do you have to
When
be in
you
the game
beat
to
the
see
game,
that
it will
number?
tell you.
Okay. I wonder how much I have right now. I've done all of the side missions available to me up until this point, but I quit where you saw me with that horrible sniper rifle.
Oh, you made a mistake with that sniper rifle.
I made a big mistake with that sniper rifle, and I'm stuck in a place where I'm like, I there's no way to change my loadout for like a while.
Yeah, you
Unless
you
I
just
go-
have to go with the shotgun only.
That's really hard.
know.
I mean, it's doable, but really hard.
Turns out
So I just
the
got
final boss
frustrated.
is super easy if you just use a good sniper rifle, and then shoot them in
That's
the head.
that's every game, every first-person shooter with a sniper rifle is. If you are good with sniper rifles, the game is a million times easier.
That's how Destiny always was. Sniper
I
rifles
love
best
sniper
boss
rifles.
weapon.
I've been a sniper since I was a wee one. My old aim screen name was I only need one shot, and then like some shit went down in some public places and I changed it.
Sounds like aim.
Yeah, it was aim. I loved aim. That was good technology. I think I might have been an aim terrorist actually.
Yeah. You think?
Mm. I had an aim bot army when I was like 12.
I've returned.
I am not surprised at all. So you
Yeah.
returned to aim bot army when he was 12.
Yep, that's exactly what I returned to.
Did that surprise you at all?
Not at all.
We were talking about Mass Effect and trying to convince Mage to finish it.
I It's funny, like when that game was announced, I was like, and I saw the initial trailers, I was like, this game is not gonna be great. And then people like,
Harley, you need to stop doing that. Every time you do that, it breaks my heart because the game's up being bad. You've been right every time.
I have. It's
Can you
kind
just-
of bad.
Can you just be like, this game's gonna be good, so it can be good, and I can just be happy?
Look, I think the problem is, mate,
killing all
that
my
I'm too
AAA
good at
games.
predicting the future. And I think that
Are you telling me that it's really my fault for just not listening to you
yeah.
and
Yeah.
living and falling
Watch,
for the hype?
the next game I call bad will be like one of the best games of all time.
I hope so.
What are your thoughts on Call of Duty World War II?
I am kind of excited for the campaign, but I could give two shits about the multiplayer in that game.
I pirate it.
It's kind of the opposite of most it's kind of the opposite of most Call of Duties, because like most previous Call of Duties, I have since Call of Duty 4, I've literally only played for actually since Modern Warfare 2. Like Black Ops, I tried to play the story, it was terrible. Ghosts was probably the worst story in any video game ever.
You know what? True best first-person shooter of all time is actually Battlefield 1942.
That was a fantastic game. Multiplayer-wise,
it was a great
game. Super fun. I don't know if I could say it one of the best, but like I don't know. I feel like Halo 2 is pretty much equal with 1942.
I didn't get to play Halo games, and unfortunately that's my own fault. It's my own fault for not playing the Halo games. I got into PlanetSide instead of Halo. Speaking of shoot 'em ups, wow, okay. Speaking of first-person shooters and like arena shooters, Quake is in closed beta this weekend, free to play.
Yeah.
Which
it's
kind of weird to say closed beta and free to play at the same time, but like, Quake Champions, yeah.
Have either of you watched any Outlast 2 streams?
No, I have. Some of my the YouTubers I watch have started playing it, so I'm probably gonna watch those soon.
Everyone's playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds right now.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying that game. Surprisingly, considering
it's good.
I do not. It's so weird though, because I've watched a lot of H1 because one of my used to be favorite streamers would play it all the time. I found it boring every fucking time, pretty much. But there's something about PlayerUnknown that's just way better for me.
Yeah. I think that the strategy in PlayerUnknown is much more controllable by the player. It seems way more RNG in
it's actually most people.
Excuse me. If you
in certain aspects you're right, in other ones I think you're right. I just don't know what it is because it's weird because H1 is way more about like getting kills currently, where PlayerUnknown is about like survive, which is weird. I figured the game with more action would be more interesting. I feel like
shit ton of camping in PlayerUnknown.
Yeah, I feel about PUBG 2 is that it's less looting all the time. Like you basically loot for like the first quarter of the game, and then you just run around. Well, like H1, it feels like you're looting the whole time, which I think might be part of why I get bored. Is that it's just like loot forever, which is
like you reach your point of gearing up, and then you're like, all right, now it's time to hunt or dig in, like one of the two.
Yeah.
With PlayerUnknown, and then with H1, it's like you're constantly fucking grind. Like I don't know.
You're always finding. You always have to like, oh, my helmet got knocked off. I got to get another one of those. My vest got broken, and it doesn't seem to happen as much in PUBG, which I think is probably part of why it works better for me. And also, I honestly think scopes just make the game more interesting. Like you can actually see more of what's going on than where in like H1, where people are like trying to shoot like an ant like 2 miles away, and like they're good at shooting, so they hit it. But
not good for viewing.
Yeah, exactly.
The best battle royale game I've ever played is The Division.
I played the beta in that game, and it was kind of fun, but it was.
Their battle royale mode is really fun.
Is that like that? Yeah, that's the mode where like that's just like the open world PvP mode where like you can be friends with people or you can kill them, right? Like you don't.
Yeah, and like you're infected, you always have to look for cures. You have to find food,
I did have a lot of fun in that mode in the beta because there was this one moment where I teamed up with 2 people, and then we all went up this ladder, and I was coming up behind them. And we realized it was a dead end. And as soon as I saw it was dead, I was like, well, I guess it's time to kill these guys, because why not? So, like, I just fucking murdered both of them because they were trapped in a dead end. That kind of shit was fun.
It's like that, but it starts like a Battle Royale game where you have nothing and you have to find everything first.
Oh, okay.
And craft stuff.
I didn't know they added that. That's interesting.
That's one of the DLCs. It's really fun.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and talk to... Oh, go ahead.
I just want to point out real quick that those sleeping mats have meat for pillows, and that's all.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm here to solve, but I'm not completely sure. Now let's find out what's going on. I heard you may need a bit of help. The Balinese woman tell me to make comfy pillows for the little softy human heads. I try use good raw meat. It's softest thing I know. Doesn't that smell a bit in the morning? Of course it smell in the morning. Me thought that an extra bonus. Right. So for those of us who don't like to start the mornings with a face full of rotting flesh, have you thought about making some pillows from, say, feathers? I know it's a radical idea. Feathers, okay. Maybe not attract so many flies. Yes, feathers good. Just might work. Good idea from such small, softy human head. So you bring me some fluffies, then human? Sure, I'll bring you some feathers. I dread to ask, but how many do you need? I think we need big pile. Maybe, I need about the same number of fluffies as the number of legs on a creepy crawly spider. I knew a simple answer would be too much to ask.
Specific.
Yeah, these people don't know numbers, so they use stuff like that. I'll bring you 8 and see how that suits. Does that work for you? Yes, but don't bring chompy fluffies. They too itchy. Need stripy fluffies from waggly tail bird. You want feathers from the tropical wagtail. Why can't you use any old feathers? Why are you still talking? Not out getting the fluffies, human. You making me want to use you for a pillow. Jeez, the threats. I see. I'll be getting nowhere fast with this line of questioning. Okay, thank God. It's over.
Oh, Harley.
Yeah.
Can you use your magical future prediction abilities on one game for me?
Sure.
Destiny 2.
I'm skating around. I think it's going to be more like Destiny 1 than people would like it to be. But, Destiny 1 was a fun game if you just played it for the mechanics, but a terrible game for story. I think Destiny 2 is going to be more of the same.
Okay, so I'll be happy then.
Yeah. I won't be, but you probably will be. And I think Destiny fans will be happy, but people who left Destiny because the story was fucking terrible will not be happy.
Hey, it's good if you read the Grimoire cards. Those were pretty interesting.
Yes, but the Grimoire cards weren't even in the fucking game. Doesn't count.
No, they're on the Bungie website.
Yeah. And that, if you have never read, I think it was Polygon like a year or two ago, put out an article about the development of that game. And if you read that article, it's fascinating. Like, basically, they had to scrap... Like, Bungie has done this... Bungie did this with Halo 2. But with Halo 2, they somehow came out with an amazing game with graphics issues, but amazing nonetheless. But they basically had to scrap everything for Destiny. And also the Destiny, like, game development engine is so slow that it takes, I think they said, like, 8 hours to just, like, move one object in a raid. Like, if you were just trying to customize a wall, like, it takes, like, you have to do it, and then just to wait for, like, compiling times and shit is, like, 4 to 8 hours. It was insane how slow that engine was.
They completely rewrote that for Destiny 2. It was so bad. They just scrapped the entire thing.
All right, thanks for stopping by, Alice. Have a good night. StarCraft 1, 8-player free-for-all, modified Big Hunter maps. So much fun. StarCraft 1 is free now, people who don't know.
Yeah. If you don't know, now you know.
And the HD version is coming out soonish.
Yep. That's mostly for South Korea, but...
I wouldn't say that's true, but that's where I think that game will be pretty popular for a few months.
Yeah, well, but the PvP is entirely for South Korea.
Hey, Clarity. Yeah, that's fair. It'll be interesting to see if they switch to it though. If they, I'm guessing it'll just be like a but if they make like any changes to how that game plays, I imagine.
Oh no, like you'll still be able to play with people using the original client. It's literally just a client change. So there's no gameplay changes. They're even keeping in like glitches.
Yeah, good. You got them stripies fluffies from the wag tail birdies. As a matter of fact, I do. Good. You gives me them now. Thank you very much. I go make the pillows for the little softy human heads now. Glad to help. Anything else you need? No, not unless you want some leftover steaks. It's a bit smelly, not so good for eating, but soft and comfy. You ain't have any feathers. I think I'm alright, thanks. I should probably touch base with Balnia and let her know you were sorted. Oh, I must have read the wrong instructions. I thought that this was the person. Oh, the salon gets what's in my inventory now. Fucked up. It's funny that that's the hotel. The salon is like 3 times the size of the hotel, which is like insane.
Where is the hotel? I don't even. Which one is supposed to? That little building is supposed to be the hotel.
Yeah, the one I was just in. Yeah.
Oh wow. Logistically, that doesn't make much sense.
Nope.
No.
All right.
Does anything make sense?
It's time to go back to hell. You'll be happy to hear that I sorted out the hotel facilities, such as they are, and we decided to go with. Oh, excellent! I'm happy to hear that you facilitated the delivery of a customer-centric solution to a mission-critical situation. God, I feel like I'm working at Best Buy again. Don't you want to know what the problem actually was, or how we solved it? Oh no, that won't be necessary. You've stepped up the plate and delivered a home run resolution. No need to dwell on what was past when there are new challenges that require some bread and butter solutioneering. Holy shit, we found the origins of dungeoneering. It's this lady right here. Which means what exactly? As I understand it, there's an issue around the salon's core asset. We need to lever this win-win value proposition into a concentrate deliverable. You're going to ask me to go to the salon, right? I'm hoping you'll take the initiative, break through the clutter, and actualize some result-driven outcomes. Oh, God. Yeah, sure, I'll go to the salon. Excellent. You'll need to talk to Kring, our stress management engineer. I believe she has having some difficulties solidifying her assets. You wouldn't want to talk to a hairdresser, would you? Wouldn't want me to talk to a hairdresser, would you? Isn't that what I just said? Yeah, sure. That's exactly what you said. God, that was way shorter. Thank God. Yeah, Matespit's here. He's just wasn't talking because I was talking, but now you can hear him typing in the background. That's not my clicky keyboard.
You don't have a clicky keyboard, do you?
Nope.
Mine's like on one of those desk trays, so you can't hear it. Which is nice.
That's good.
I'll mute myself so I'm not clicky.
Oh, I've gotten
it's
used
fine.
to it at this point. Like, I just tune it out. I was just making a joke to clarity, not like complaining about it.
I didn't think you were complaining. Now I'm self-conscious.
Fair. Hey, what you doing here? We not open yet. Just having a nosy, really. You bring that nose back here when we open for business, I fix you up good. Fix me up? Yeah, me give you facial, try to make your ugly face look a bit nicer. Charming. Oh, that's not the right person then. Who am I supposed to be talking to? Oh, this must be the lady. She looks like she does hair. Oh, Crink, right. How do hair with no tools? I don't know. How do you hair with no tools? Me not know. That what me asking you. That's a pretty poor joke. It's not a joke. It's a problem. 1 second. I see. So I might surmise that you need me to get some things for you. Would you do that for me? Why, sure. I'd be happy to help. Good. Can you make nice brush for hair with some pretty... with some pretty woofsy bones and some spiny loop fur. The spine's really good for tearing out tangles and hair of customers. Eek. What? You going to sit and talk all day, or going to get me the woofsy bones and the lip furs? Lip furs, do you mean spined larapi, forever Sudwood told me to pronounce that? Is what I... Laripia.
Lups.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with lups too. It's way easier.
I like lups.
Right. Okay. Wolf bones and spined fur. How many of each? 1, 2. Human, go away and bring bones and furs. No make crink count. Counting hurts head. But you can't give me an idea of how many you need. Me not know. Handful of woofsy bones, maybe as many as the number of webby foot on a platypus, and double that for the number of furs. All right, 4 furs and 8 lup fur, or fur wolf bones. Yep, fur wolf bones. 4 wolf bones and 8 lup furs. Coming right up.
That's a great picture, Mage.
Isn't it?
Where are these pictures? I keep hearing about them. But
In
not
Discord.
Okay.
Discord.runeweek.com.
Nice plug.
Always. I'm a machine.
Mage has just been posting memes.
Yeah, I'm a memeing.
Yeah, that is pretty much Zenyatta mains. It's kind of why I hate Zenyatta as a healer, because people almost never heal with him.
I know.
How you doing with this? Go ahead.
Good Zen. No, that's all I had to say. I'm just going to brag about how good I am with Zenyatta.
There are some people who are. It's just, it's never the randos. It's always the person in my group who
No, never. No. I am not your average rando. I am above average.
How you doing with the stuff you promised me? I've got everything right here. I haven't played that game in so long. I need to get on tomorrow and buy some.
Did you see the loot box that I got? That I posted?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
What the heck? What are the 2 legendary skins in one? Oh, and from the event.
Jesus loves you. I'm pretty lucky because I got 4 skins in like the first 2 days of the event. I haven't played since, and it's been nice to take a break. Honestly, I haven't taken a break in that game in over 6 months, so it's kind of felt good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. See, I play it much more casually. I don't play competitively at all, and I'm just way more casual than... I can only handle it for an hour at a time, and I gotta take a break because it literally spikes my heart rate and blood pressure up so high. But it's fun. Overwatch is a lot like meth. It's dangerous.
God,
Don't you love it when you...
We have 2 more steps to this quest, although I think the pool step is probably gonna take a while.
I was gonna say, don't you love it when you buy something for 10% of its market value?
Yeah. Were you on G2A or something?
No, I was just buying stuff in WoW, and someone put on the auction house 100 fish, where normally 6 gold each, for like 5 silver each.
Nice.
God, imagine
so
if
you
was
saw
smart enough to have a multiple level currency economy.
What were you gonna say, Mitch?
What do you make of my top? What do you make of my top healers? What kind of what kind of person am I? I can expand that out more.
All right, let me read this and then you can talk. I'm back to the crazy lady. I've sorted out some problems that we're having at the salon. Turns out that all they needed were some bones and some fur. And by the way, Mage, doesn't this lady remind you of working at Best Buy, or is that just me?
Yeah, no, this actually reminds me of a specific boss I had at Best Buy, but I won't name any names, Becky.
I can't even remember the asshole's name, but he knows who he is. I see. Well, now that you've proven yourself on the front lines, I have a bigger project for you. Hopefully, this one will seem much less like an exercise in box ticking. I'm listening, but not sure I'm liking this. Oh, it's a wonderful opportunity. It will give you the chance to innovate your own front-end methodologies. The envelope is ready to be pushed into a whole new solutionary part. But I don't even know how to pronounce that word. I'm just going to skip. Whatever you're talking about is going to be terribly unpleasant, isn't it? You'll need to have some one-to-one mind share with Sigurd. She's based just northeast of here. You'll know her when you see her. She's a bit eccentric, but very experienced and backgrounded. She'll introduce you to the insect management project. You mean I should go check out the smelly old huts to the northeast of here and see if I can find an old ogre lady about some bugs? Yes, though I would encourage you to work on your language unless you want points deducted for poor professionalism. Points deducted from what? You know, the big collection of points you'd have if they weren't being deducted. Right. Look, how about we pretend this conversation never happened and I go talk to Sigurd, okay? I should be doing voices for this. That's very generous of you.
Should have been a stretch goal.
Alright. That's the end of that dialogue. I'm going to have to go talk to Sigurd, and I don't know how long this is going to be, but think the worst parts of the conversation are over. That's Grub. That's Snark. That's Irk. That's Grunthan. Did I go the wrong way? I don't see... Maybe Snurg. It says northeast of the bank. Did I not go east? Glum.
You gotta go east.
I don't know why I can't find this asshole. There he is. I guess these are all lady ogres, aren't they?
I don't know. Possibly.
That's what I've picked up from the quest line.
Oh, Mage, I was gonna say you're
Oh my
clearly
God.
an alien.
Killer Bunny, no.
Killer Bunny's joke. We do have multiple level currency. There's GP, and then there's spirit shards. Anyways.
And then there's party hats.
Yeah, with that logic, yeah. Then there's rare.
that is a very true statement, though. I mean, that's what everybody uses to buy party hats.
I don't like. What's the difference between accepting spirit shards and like a stack of needles?
Spirit shards hold their value.
They're worth more.
Well,
but so do needles. Where's needles value going? It's like 2 GP, guaranteed.
There's no demand for them as well. Like spirit shards hold their value, and there's always demand.
That's true. Are you telling me
spirit shards will go down to like 23 GP?
There's not a 4 million. There's not a 4 million needle demand a month in this game.
Yes, that's
I don't know.
You know what they should do?
What?
Add platinum, which is worth 1 million gold, and you can just trade it to an NPC to get it.
Yeah, you would think that's the easy way out. That's the smart way out. That's the logical way out. Therefore, it can't be the way we get.
I mean, I totally agree. But
I really want to see, and I got to look online and see if it's already done. But I want to see a picture of Lucio holding some beets by like the the green part, like just gripping him with his fist, and then just his his quote where it just says, "Feel those healing beets." Oh no, it's just beets spelled B-E-E-T-S, because beets are really good for you. And if anyone remembers Doug used to push beets as nature's candy for a reason. Because they're sweet and they taste good, but they're also really, really good for you. So I think Lucio could be the Doug of the 21st century, pushing the beat agenda.
Or what's his name?
To help lower blood pressure. And, what?
Or what's
Dwight from the Office, yeah.
Dwight from the Office.
Yeah, but Dwight's not cool, right? Lucio is cool.
Speak for yourself.
You want to not be a Dwight.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that you could. So apparently you can also, the ladies south of Pickus Tips will always buy them for 25 GP each. So that's probably part of it too, is you can just go there to get your money back. So,
gotcha.
Because I think on the GE they're like 24 GP each or something.
Well, you know what? I think that the same should be true for like a stack of needles. Here's my platform for 2018 is to get a needle exchange put into RuneScape.
Oh my God. But no, yeah, I mean,
There you go.
So-
It'll be 5 GP per every needle. So there you go. There you go. It'll be right around the spirit shard mark as far as the value goes, and then you can just trade your needles in for money, just the same way you can trade in spirit shards for money. And while we're at it, we should be doing it with just like any like marketable item like that people have stacks of millions of them. Sand, buckets of sand.
I wouldn't. Oh, there's the agenda. I was waiting for the agenda. Now I understand.
I really just wanted to say that I was running on a campaign to get a large needle exchange placed into RuneScape, but at that point I had gone too far.
Well, I mean, I agree somewhat. I don't know what the value should be. It should possibly be even like 10 mil. I would be okay if they were like a bill, if it was a bill to get the new currency. But there needs to be a new currency, and then they need to make it that stuff like an alternate GE or something to trade that stuff, and then they need to make stuff like party hats, like all rares, and also like Telos drops should not be tradable person to person. They should only be tradable on that market.
Yeah, that would stop scamming.
It would put a major dent in scamming. It would also, I would bet that it would drop party hat prices by like 50% because people hoarding them wouldn't hoard them if that were to happen, because it wouldn't. The market would not be as manipulatable as it is right now, and
You
like
shouldn't be able to drop them either.
back that no. See, people don't really do that very often. I don't feel like that's actually a problem. And if you want to drop your party hat or alkit, like fucking go for it. I don't really give a shit.
I never said anything about alking. I just said you shouldn't be able to drop it.
Well, I mean, you can't drop it by accident now. Like, I think they have.
They changed that.
They have made a change.
You
where,
can't drop it on the ground anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Okay. Well, that's
So
fair.
I'm-
Which
Murders
is
you for
good
it, that's
because
fine.
people couldn't handle themselves with the freaking that instance where they would teleport in, drop their party hat, and then get kicked out of the instance via the grouping system.
Yeah.
People just couldn't keep their shit together long enough to not fall for that. That
Yeah.
they had to like just say no, you can't drop this item anymore.
All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I need to get some food.
Jeez, everybody's getting food but me. I've had food in a crock pot that's been ready since 3 o'clock. Instead, I've been streaming, so you're all welcome.
Crockpot food is the best.
It is, especially the longer you leave it.
I've paid my dues. I've done 18-hour streams. I've done
I know.
15-hour.
I only have an hour
streams. I've
left though
done-
because there's a hockey game at 8 p.m. and I can't miss it.
That-
Playoffs.
Mage has
totally
done
fine.
Mage has done a quidesting stream.
Jesus.
Please don't tell me Overwatch is going to launch on the wrong monitor, because I don't want to fix that right now or try to figure out how to fix that.
So, Bonilla tells me you know how to get rid of those annoying insects hovering around the pools. Whoops, I'm not in the right area. Yes, me surprised you humans haven't figured out about Buzzy Buzz repelling smoke for yourselves. You not have nice, tough skin like ogres. Yes, well, we're generally smart enough to not build our towns in the middle of an insect-infected mud pits. Booyah! Well, you tough like ogres, but you not worry about how few little Buzzy Buzzes? Yeah, okay, so ogres are tough and wonderfully bug-proof. Humans are soft and little bunders of insect bait. Now you understand. Great, so how do I get rid of these little pesky things? Listen close, I'll give you instructions. You may notice that we have several different pools here. Each pool is made up of different stuffs, and each pool attracts different types of buzzies. Excuse me. All the bugs look pretty much the same to me. That's because we're really lazy with graphics, and we didn't have a budget to make different insects for each pool. Wow, JX is getting like real in this quest. The fact that they admitted that, like in the quest dialogue, it's kind of amazing. Are you still there, Mage?
Yeah, as always.
You're just missing my good jokes.
Freaking
Oh, you're real laggy right now.
Discord's cutting in and out, and oh my god, such.
That's
the worst. I've rebooted 3 times today. 3 times.
Well, you sound okay right now, but might go bad again.
just Overwatch like crashes my any game. See, like any like AAA game that like needs full screen like crashes my fucking computer now, and I don't know why.
Oh god.
I'm just so sick of computers. Like that's, oh, if anything, like that's why I want to go back to consoles. Because I'm so sick.
That's why I do it, man.
Every week.
I mean, to get legit, like this is why I love Mac OS and consoles, because I don't have to think about how my video games are going to run, and Mac OS requires very little maintenance, and yeah. I know the struggles. Windows is a pile of garbage.
It's the fucking worst. I can't even get, like, for whatever reason, on my main monitor, Overwatch is letterboxed. But if I move it over to a 1080p monitor, it's not letterboxed. But I specifically have I'm using 1920 by 1200, and it's still letterboxed. Like, I hate it. I just hate everything about my computer setup. It's just the most ghetto rigged piece of shit.
That sucks. So anyway. I didn't know that, D2B. That's an even like more of a reason they need to introduce a different kind of currency. Is that apparently that makes sense. I just never thought about it. But stacks of spirit shards don't show up as max cash. You have to do the math in your head, or they show up as max cash. But if it's over max cash, you do the math in your head. That's
It just says unknown, like as far as the money goes. Yeah,
that's terrifying.
Yeah.
I suck at math. I would have to like recalculate that like 1,000 times. Okay, they may not look different, but they take different things to get rid of each kind of buzz. What do you mean? By each pool is a fire pit where you need to start a fire, burning stuffs to make them smell that buzzy buzz hate most. How do I know what to burn? That's easy. I do all the hard work for you already. I'm too busy and old to keep walking around, keep the fires going, and it's too difficult to remember what to burn where, so I left piles of stones by each fire pit that remind me what to burn. Piles of stones? Yes, I use different colors and shapes for each stuffs I have to burn. All I need to do is look at the piles of stones to see what color it is, and I use different types of each for each material. So what stones stand for what material? Listen to me close and I tells you. Alright, I'm just going to skip this part because it doesn't look like it's going to be fun to read, and I have a guide for it, so we won't have to remember this crap. Okay, I think I've got it all. I'll go look for these piles of stones and start some fires. Good, good. Come back to me if you forget. It a lot to keep in your head all at once. Alright. That was fucking long as hell. Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna go see if I can buy this stuff on the Grand Exchange, because I don't feel like collecting the herbs, but maybe it won't buy.
Maybe. What herbs are you trying to collect?
Fevergrass, primweed, tansium, stink bloom, and lavender.
I don't even know if they're tradable.
I know at least some of them are. I don't know if they all are. Oh, it's Fatty. You can change your Twitch handle now, Fatty. So if you want to, you can make it something else. But now I know who you are, and you aren't just some rando. So cool. That makes much more sense. Thanks for the dono, bud.
Dono, yeah, no.
You're like one of the biggest contributors to PvM Perspective, which is freaking awesome, I've got to say. Much appreciated. I'm sure MageBit agrees, but he's high.
I'm right here.
Doesn't mean you're not high.
I mean, it's true. I'm playing Overwatch, but I'm playing in training mode, so yeah, I'm probably hot. I mean, I'm playing at the practice range, just shooting robots.
Oh, I do that to warm up. Most times I play.
Me too. I do it for like 15 minutes before I play a match, just to loosen up the fingers and calibrate the eyes, articulate the splines.
I do it. I always do it as Widowmaker too.
I love doing Widowmaker in training mode. You can get like it's so easy to just max out the kill combo.
Yeah.
I think it's Reaper right now. I don't know why. Probably because I don't play as it very often.
I get a good amount of great info from it, so it's worth it for me. Well, I'm
Nice dragon.
glad to hear it. The response to the show has kind of been amazing, to be honest, as far as the amount of positive feedback.
I've been pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
I would say Fatty's response to the show has been amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just kidding.
That's speaking from a donation-wise, absolutely, but even just like in general, like people's response to the show.
Yeah, the show, people like it a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. I'm really happy about that, obviously.
And I mean, I've done other
It would
things.
be really
in the
silly if I was angry about it.
and they've gone well, and they've been also good response, but like nothing as like even close to like the amount of people who have just been like, "Hey, this show's super helpful. I love it." It's great.
Yeah. Now all we need to do is get a weekly lore show, and we're good to go. We got it all. Or a bi-week. Even I feel like a lore show could even be monthly, actually.
Yeah, I agree. If I do one,
if it was long and if it was long enough. For all the research, I kind of would want to be in on the lore show. I would love to find someone who's just a super lore expert, and then I'm just like third seat. I'm just there.
Well, my idea,
give, like commentary and talk. Mm-hmm.
My idea for the lore show is to kind of would be to like possibly like script it in some way. Like if I had enough time, like write it out, and so like and have like maybe all of us record like segments,
pieces.
Like, yeah, exactly.
That would be interesting. I've also thought like I would love to have like a hardcore history style lore podcast. I think that would be really cool.
Is that like
it was like dramatically read?
Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever listened to Dan Carlin's Hardcore History?
No, I haven't.
It's good if you like history, which I don't, and it's still good. That's not true. I like history. It's just a dramatic reading of history, and yeah, it's good, and I think that would be cool. But it would require me knowing what I was talking about, which is a lot of work, which is why I want to team up with people. I also have a project that I've had in the back of my mind for a while that I think would be fun, and it's just to completely narrate the entire RuneScape history book. I think that would be fun. I just don't know if there'd be any market for it if people would want to listen to that book.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think I would listen to it if it was like an hour or so segments. Like I feel like lore heavy and stuff like that are better split up into like hour long kind of things.
Like hour long things. Yeah, I agree. I'm fine with that. I like hour long segments. I think 45 minutes to an hour is a good cutoff point to not alienate people. I just wish people were more capable of stopping and starting back up where they left off.
Yeah, it's funny because like the way I listen to podcasts, like I'll be listening to like 5 podcasts at the same time. Like I will have like one episode that I'm like halfway through, and then I get bored of that for like the next hour, so I go hop over to another episode.
Pause it and listen to someone else.
Yeah.
Yes, I do that occasionally. I don't listen to as many podcasts as I used to, though. I don't have as much. Basically, the more computer repair jobs I have, the more podcasts I get to listen to. So I was dry for a while and didn't have a lot of work, so I didn't get to listen to a lot of shows, but I've just been swamped with work lately.
Yeah, my last job was like half driving, so I listened to a ton. And now that I've been unemployed for so long, I still do. But I honestly listen to less now because I feel like I watch more TV. Plus I produce more content now, so that kind of takes away some of the listening.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, that's the whole reason why I don't watch many or any really RuneScape YouTubers, is because I can produce RuneScape YouTube content. I want to watch other stuff. Is that such a crime? Apparently,
I don't
it
think
is.
so. It's interesting that these pools are like super buggy.
The pools or what?
Super buggy. It's
Oh,
I just
like
made
graphically?
I just made a terrible joke and not even meant to, because there's literally a ton of bugs. But yes, graphically, they're buggy as well.
Oh. Yeah, they don't look like that. Oh, you know what? That's actually the reason why, is they probably didn't bother, because I'm looking at it now. They probably didn't bother updating the models for the in progress. Those stinky little poops.
Oh,
They only worked on the final product
gotcha.
that you'd be seeing for the rest of the game.
Divine lobster location. Yeah, all my divine locations have come from Treasure Hunter, so that's where they're all from. And yeah, I kept the festive eggs. I hoard stuff like that. I don't know why. But
Is there any reason to keep the festive eggs?
no, just because I couldn't delete them.
Okay. I was like, I'm just making sure it's not like I'm missing out on something.
Nope. All right, so now I have to read
Roadhog!
this guide to understand this. This sounds complicated. All right. Examine the stones between the spring and the fire pit. Place a set of logs and the correct combination of plants in the fire pit and light them. Talk to Sigrun, head back to the thermal bath, and talk to Snark. Okay. Keep placing different combinations of logs and planks in the fire pit until the message, the pungent smell, makes the insect disappear. God.
Yeah?
This is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be.
That quest is super annoying.
Yeah, my brain is like so exhausted. I'm trying to parse how this works.
You may want to take a break after this quest and like do another stream another day. I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, well, this might take
This quest took me like
an hour anyway.
yeah, I
so-
was gonna say this quest it took me like an hour and a half to do back in the day. Wahahahahaha. What kind of gas do you think Roadhog is inhaling?
I don't. That's a good question.
Is it a good question?
So does anybody think this is yellow egg shape? Like, I don't know. So my options are long brown, green gumdrop, red sphere, yellow egg shape, orange squarish, and purple tall. This is obviously long brown, aka turd. This is, I
Yeah.
think, red sphere.
The one on the left would be red sphere, no?
Yeah,
I don't know. I can't see what you.
yeah, the one on the
I'm
left.
behind
is what I'm
delay,
talking about.
you know.
Yeah. But the one on the
Okay.
right, is that yellow egg shape? I mean, that must be what it is. It's just barely yellow.
It looks like yellow egg shape. Like it's like pastel yellow.
Yeah, it looks mostly white, so that's why it's kind of like fucking with me. All right.
Yep. Right.
Is this the thermal?
Die in your
do
grave.
how do I tell which one this? It says head to the thermal bath. I mean, I guess this is the right one. Or am I supposed to be doing all of them at the same time? This guide is not
Right.
well written.
That's the right one.
Place a set of logs and the correct combination of plants in the fire pit and light them. Use logs. And then I need... Okay, so yellow egg... So first is red sphere. That's the primweed. So let's use the primweed on here. Alright, and then... Let me bring up my beast of burden. Yellow egg shape is Tanzanime. And then brown. long brown is eucalyptus log. Oh,
Dicks.
I wasn't supposed to use that. Okay. I need regular logs as well. So let's hope that this works. Something isn't right. He snort. He. Oh God. Suspicious. Perhaps I should talk to Sigrid and see if she knows what's going on. So it looks like these kid trolls are trolling me.
Yeah, they're assholes. Be prepared for combat.
You do them one at a time. Once you have finished off the pool, you may move to the other ones. Oh, okay. There seems to be something wrong. I tried to start the fire, as you suggested, but it didn't work, and those little ogre children are acting rather suspiciously. Me see. Little wee ogres often very up to no good these days. Not like when I was an ogre child. We very good then. Yeah, I'm sure you were. That hardly helps us now, though, does it? No, not so much. So, what's the bottom line here? I say that those little ogre childs undo all me hard work, mix up my rocks. Too bad for you. You're going to have to find out what they did. Oh my God! Fuck that. So you can remember what materials had to be burnt in each pool. If you could just tell me what needs burning, I could build the fires. Afraid it's a bit difficult. Too many fires, lots of different things to burn. I remember one thing. Every fire needed eucalyptus log, but apart from that, it's not easy to remember what went wrong where. That's why I make the stone piles. Need something to aid memory. You don't remember what went where? This is hopeless. I can try every combination of material with each fire pit and just hope one of them works. Let me think. This is not as bad as it seems. Ogre childs, they playful and mischievous, but not really bad-hearted. Also, young ogre childs don't have tough skin yet. They wouldn't want to buzzy buzz bites them using pools any more than you do, human. So what are you thinking? Maybe we lucky and they not make too much of a mess of things? Perhaps they just switch around which stones means which burning stuffs? If all you need to do is figure out what stones they swapped for what. I see. They've switched what stones represent which item. I just need to figure out what each stone means now. That's right, human. Good luck. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, they move the stuff around. You end up having to figure out the combination, and you will not use the same combo twice. Oh, you won't use the same combo twice?
No.
So
only once.
Oh God, this is stupid.
I know, right? Excuse me. Remember.
An easy way to find what can be found. Start in the throne bath. Figure out which plant of the 5 is required to disperse the insects. Keep track of this plant. Next, move on to the mud bath. One of the 2 baths will be the same as the last pool. Keep using the second plant out of the 4 remaining ones until the correct combination is discovered. Move on to saltwater spring. Be sure to use the secondary plant from the last pool as the primary plant for this one. Keep trying combinations using the 3 remaining herbs until the correct one is found. Now head to the sulfurous pool. This is... It looks like you can... according to this guide, it's similar. So start with the thermal bath. Figure out which plant out of the 5 is required to disperse the insects. Keep track of this plant. So does that mean just use one plant on it and try that?
Read the sentence again?
Start with the thermal bath. Figure out which plant out of the 5 is required to disperse the insects. Keep track of this plant.
Okay.
So that sounds like one plant.
Yeah, one plant. See what happens. Right?
Yeah, so I guess I try all 5 plants, see which one has an effect.
That sounds like correct. Why is Winston so broken in Capture the Flag?
D.Va's more broken.
Say they're equally broken. But D.Va is pretty freaking broken.
I mean, if you have a
too, yeah.
Bastion, it's super easy to get through Winston, but yeah.
You don't always have a Bastion.
That's fair.
Assume the team is not cooperating with each other.
If I don't have a Bastion or a Symmetra and Capture the Flag, I just leave now. It's not worth my time.
I don't blame you. I'm just terrified of accruing a leaving penalty.
You can leave
but then
in
the
the
game
hero.
becomes no fun.
You can leave in the hero selection screen in everything but competitive. If it's still counting down
Really?
and you have not spawned in, you will not get a penalty. Really.
Okay.
So basically,
I
I
know that.
wait until like 5 seconds before it's about to put us in the actual waiting room. You know, where so you're still in the hero selection screen.
Yeah.
And if no one has picked a Symmetra or a Bastion, I fucking leave the game. I like playing those characters, but I win 90% of the games where I play D.Va, so I kind of refuse to play them because it's like I know how to win if you just let me.
You know you'll win if you play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the PvE.
Understandable. I love the PvE. You want to play PvE?
After I'm done eating, sure.
Cool.
Okay, this
I
is
have fresh pineapple, pita chips, hummus, and hard cider.
Sounds delicious. That
Yeah.
all sounds delicious.
I love red pepper hummus.
Me too. For dinner I had a fried potato with some green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, all fresh, unfried. Just on top of a fried potato.
Sounds pretty good.
It's good. I love fresh peppers.
It's that time of year.
so I guess I do.
Yeah. My friend has. Yeah.
I do have to try every combo with this. This sucks. I don't like this part of this quest.
So is it random for each person or something?
Yeah, it appears so.
I hate quests that do that.
Yeah, I mean this
They
is
should buff
such
Winston's damage.
this is such tedious work.
Actually, take it back. Don't buff Winston's damage. Make his clip larger.
I played the PvE the other night, and I played Mercy, and it was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
Everyone just kept running
Who
out of
knows you?
range and then dying.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
play PV the PV.
I'm a really good Mercy.
on anything.
I'm not to say that you.
Sorry.
No, that's cool. I love PvE. I also love playing Mercy, but I hate it when people just refuse to be healed.
I do not play the PvE event on anything but normal with randos because in normal they made normal too easy because in that mode you can leave your teammates
It is.
and do fine, but as soon as you go to hard, if you are leaving your team,
Yeah.
you will wipe.
Wow. I must
The
have really terrible teammates.
the difficulty curve between normal and hard is too large. Like normal is too easy and
Just lost internet connection for like 30 seconds there.
oh no. Hopefully
I don't know if the
everything's okay.
stream, like OBS, like disconnected and reconnected, so I don't know if the stream will actually restart or how the smart OBS or
It should.
/ Twitch is about that. Well, I mean, I don't know if it'll start anew, if it'll still be like the same VOD. You know what I mean?
It should still be the same VOD. It happens to me all the time. Well, frequently enough that on YouTube at least. On Twitch, it actually might spawn a new VOD, and that's not a big deal. It's not
I
big.
just reloaded the page and it started working again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already working again for me too.
Good.
Should put like an overlay up though. But Guess it's not that big a deal.
Oh, I don't have
Banana?
I don't have a good overlay set up for full screen. That's the problem. Most of my overlays are made assuming the window's going
It's all
to be smaller.
Good.
Okay.
When I feel...
Once you get the first combo, you will know the red sphere and the yellow stone actually mean you can use that to figure out the next combo that uses the same rocks next to the fire. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know why, but there are black
Everything
bars on the
hurts.
side of my screen. I'm looking at the stream.
me too. Well, oh yeah, there are. But I think there always were, weren't there? The resolution thing.
Probably always, yeah.
Yeah, it's a resolution
Yeah, it's
thing.
1440 by 900, so if you're using like 1080p or something, it's
Yeah,
gonna...
fear.
I don't know. I just like I only noticed them
No,
as soon
so-
as I refresh the page. I always like blank it out in my mind when I watch something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so I don't need...
Um,
rocks.
Regular logs. Regular logs.
So I'm gonna try a green, a purple, and yellow. I'm gonna
Ever
let this
get that feeling of deja vu?
I can't even light this fire.
It's because it was always burning, since the world was turning.
Alright, I'm gonna do a purple. I didn't want to do that. The other purple. And a
I want to
green.
make a custom game mode where you're a tracer, but you can't move except through
Teleport.
teleporting.
You should
Yeah.
you should end Genji so he can only use his blade slash.
yeah, yeah. Genji, we just call the game mode Genji versus Tracer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be. I think that would be cool. I don't think it's possible to limit the mutator list like that, but
Now I'm gonna
somebody
do-
call Overwatch.
I don't know.
Um,
Can you change movement speed?
You can change movement speed. I don't know if you can make. You might be able to put it to 0.
I don't know.
I'll check.
You might be able to.
Let me create a custom game. Let's find out.
Shit, I don't remember which ones I just... Oh, that was... Oh, sweet. It tells me right there. Primweed, Tansium, and Stink Bloom. I love that I failed to light fires here.
I know. I like look at your character and it just takes forever.
I can put the movement speed down to 10%, which is almost good enough.
Yeah, compared to how fast they normally move, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna make a custom game like this real quick. Our individual heroes. How do you turn heroes off? Hero roster.
Make sure to boost ability
I
cooldown a little bit.
Yeah. Alright, hang on, let me turn everyone off first. That needs to be off. Poor Harley. Just trying to get rid of mosquitoes. My lifelong battle.
Oh, it's only 1 log and 2 flowers? I thought it was 3. Oh my god.
Okay, hero roster.
Yeah, apparently I'm just doing this
Ability.
completely wrong.
We'll do cooldown at 25%. Is that
Sounds
good?
good. Yeah. Because normally it's like 8 seconds or something. For
Oh,
Genji
because
at
the
least.
logs are one of them. That's why. So it's 3 items, including the logs. I'm an idiot.
It's alright. I didn't know what was going on either. Damage dealt. Gonna cut damage by a little bit, like just 25%, maybe even 20%. Just since nobody can move easily. Sure. Health is projectile. Alright.
I'm gonna have to buy more of these fucking flower shits. At this rate. Alright, we've got 40 minutes to figure this out.
I'm always surprised whenever I see someone use the bank in RS3 and there are no placeholders.
Fuck you. That's all I have to say.
The reason there aren't is because they have to make an extra copy of every bankable item, and the maximum of items you can have in the game, because the game engine is 64,000, and RS3 has 50,000 bankable items.
Well, we'll get that update soon, and it will be better implemented than the old school one, I would say.
Probably.
Although you all might benefit from that, depending how they rewrite the bank. Old school might benefit from the bank rewrite.
I think they're somewhat connected. I know that GE is connected. That's why you have 8 GE slots now instead of 6.
Alright, I'm gonna make this game lobby and see what happens.
No, that's why you have HE slots.
It's on
now,
friends
instead of
only
6.
right now. Shouldn't have done that.
From what I remember, both teams wanted to do it, so it happened quicker than it would have otherwise.
I'm just being dumb.
I know.
Alright, I think the first thing I started out with was the green. So once I get back to green first, I will have tried every single one of these.
I hate having to brute force, like, random combinations.
Yeah, me too.
This hummus is so good on these organic pita chips.
Although this actually doesn't work. I thought this was working,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
realizing that this is actually a flawed way to do this. And it isn't going to force every combo. Got it. I think my brain is too fried to figure this out, to be
Oh,
honest.
yeah.
Does the quest give you no hints?
Nope, you just have to brute force it.
That's terrible.
And then once you brute force the first one, it gets easier. But it's like, my brain is just not actually... I'm not putting 3 flowers on. I've been putting 2.
Alright, I gotta play as Genji now.
Are you testing it out?
Yeah. So right now I feel like Tracer actually might be OP compared to Genji. I might give Genji a... Because she has 3 dashes, he only has 1. Only his dash does hurt, but... I feel like it might not hurt enough to compensate.
Which
so
ultimate
I'm gonna
is
take
better?
a look at the
Alright, so
ultimate.
try those.
Tracers, maybe, because again, it sticks to them, and I don't know, honestly. I'm not too concerned about the ultimate. We'll really test it once you get here, if you want.
Yeah, I'm almost done. I just have a little
Yeah,
bit more.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom actually, so take your time.
Oh my
Just getting back to a spawn room.
god, this
The
is
game will be running.
terrible.
You could just join on me.
Cool.
I'll bring my phone with me. Maybe I'll go on Twitch, try to help Harley.
I probably just gotta bail. Come
I
back
don't blame you.
to this with a fresh brain.
I will be right back.
Yeah, that does not look fun at all, Hurley.
It's really not, and I can't figure out if I don't think it's completely because I am out of it, but I feel like part of it's that. So I did those 2 together. I did those 2 together. I did those 2 together. So then this is gonna be my last. I would have. Okay, I'm gonna try these 2 together. I have to make like a spreadsheet of every combo. Like that seems like the only
Yeah.
way to figure this out without like.
That's what I was just thinking.
Nope. No luck.
You not lucky. Sorry, that's an old school meme.
I know.
Oh, you do? Okay. I'm interested in seeing how they're gonna do the kiln in old school.
Yeah, I saw that that's coming. Yeah. That'll be interesting. Alright. Yeah. That's a good point. A, B through F, and then B. That is the way to do it. I think my brain is just too fried to keep trying this tonight, and I don't know that I have time to finish the quest anyway because I only have half an hour until the hockey game. So I think what I'm gonna do is just end this stream here, and I will pick up with this quest later. I should have time tomorrow, but I don't want to commit to that yet. But keep an eye on Discord, and I will announce on there when I am doing the next stream. Will be at least 2 more quests, if not more, because I've done a quest and a half here, and it's supposed to be 3. Hopefully the next quest won't be as annoying as this, because I was actually planning on streaming more quests tonight, but the first one took us an hour and a half because of all the trying to figure it out on our own, and then this one just has complicated crap that's breaking my brain. So I just need to eat something, and I feel like if I eat and then come back, I won't have time because of all the stuff. So yeah, I will be finishing this quest and doing at least 1 more quest. I would probably say I'll try to do 2 more quests in the next one, give you all some more content, but it all depends on how long the quests are. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm thinking about starting the vampire series because I haven't even started that series, I don't think. So
You should definitely start it.
I
The
might
later
do
quests
that,
are cool, but
yeah,
the middle ones are annoying.
I don't want to hear that. That's sad. I was hoping they would all be cool, but
Have you done Monk's Friend? That's a nice, easy quest.
Probably. I think that's the one to get into the area, right? Yeah.
No, Monk's Friend is the one for the altar that's just south of Ardoin.
Oh no, I haven't done Monk's Friend.
You go up there with the right item and talk to them, and it's over.
No.
Hello.
Hey,
Image.
I am ending the stream because I'm just
Fair
gonna
enough.
do it later. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody.
Cool.
Thanks for everybody who has donated, and thanks for the overwhelming support. And if you are able to donate more, we are basically halfway, well, almost halfway to funded. We're halfway to the main part of the funding, so we only need $110 more, and the laptop will be on its way to me if I remember the math correctly. You know what? Let me pull up the article instead of just going off of this. Might as well do a little recap here at the end for all of you. Oh, and while I'm doing that, I'll go show you my bank, because Bunny was saying he was learning my bank, so you can kind of see the madness to my bank. That's a good way to end the stream, maybe. I kind of wonder if I
at least you
could.
didn't.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, at least you didn't mage rage like Mage would have.
Oh no, my rage. It takes a lot to get me actually angry. Believe me, like internally right now, I am essentially mage raging. All right, so let me see. Yes, so rewards that we've unlocked. We've unlocked the stream. We unlocked the 2 quest stream. The next one, $150, is bi-weekly PvM Perspective for 2 seasons at least. So that is 6 months. If you want a second season of the show guaranteed, that's $150. At $210, we get a weekly stream from me, which would be stuff like questing, bossing, and things like that. Because at $210, let me see. I think that's $210 is when I get the laptop. So if we reach that goal, I will be streaming on the new laptop, and so there would be at least a weekly stream from me. I would guess more because I really want to stream RuneScape. So once we hit that goal, expect me to see me doing a ton of stuff, more streaming on my channel and such. Because RuneScape is the game I play the most and enjoy streaming the most. This is why I don't stream much right now, because I can only stream really PlayStation stuff, as you can see in this video with the lag. But $260 is the stretch goal, and that gets you weekly episodes for 2 months. So basically doubles the amount of content if we get to $260. So we are at $107 almost. Well, basically $106 and like 90 some cents. So pretty dang close to $107. So another halfway to halfway to unlocking both 6 months of the show at least, and David and I are both loving it, so I wouldn't see why it wouldn't go longer in the end. And also weekly streams from me, so go ahead and donate if you can. Thanks for watching and all the fantastic positive feedback that we have received. Here is my bank. This is just my random shit tab, basically, where stuff gets dumped when I'm being lazy. This is my skilling tab. So basically has the current skills I'm working on. So currently runecrafting, farming, cooking, divination, things like that, and then all the skilling outfits so I can find them easily. Then I have my PvM tab, which is kind of empty right now because PvM gear ends up in the everything tab because I'm just lazy and don't put it in the right place. And then you have my magic tab, which is just all my magic stuff, and this thing that shouldn't be here but randomly is. What cooking thing do you mean? You mean the skilling outfit, Bunny? Yeah, this is like, I mean cooking as far as like raw sharks are in there for cooking. And then I have my range tab, which is basically range stuff, ranged and hunter. So it's mostly hunter stuff in here, but some extra range stuff that I don't use very often, like dark arrows. My jewelry and MTX tab that has all my stuff from Treasure Hunter as well as all my jewelry. I figure this is the rich person's tab, so it's where I put all the Treasure Hunter promo stuff. And then you got Slayer tab for like stuff that you need for Slayer, and also other random shit like keys and things like that go in here, and the stuff from the Guthix place. And then my herb lore tab, and then completely random shit that I don't know where to put tab. Also includes treasure trails stuff. So all this crap up here is for treasure trails. And then I needed a place to store all my invention stuff, so that's here. And yeah. And this is my most valued item, which is my crystal ward, the old school looking crystal ward before they graphically updated them, that I have not equipped. And you'll notice that if I bring it out of the bank, if I were to click it, it would reattune and it would disappear. So got to be super careful there, because I don't ever want to lose that item. But it's probably the rarest item I have. Of course untradeable, but still super cool. Anyways, thanks everybody. I will be back soon with part 2, and this week is a new PvM Perspective episode all about affinity and hit chance and all the cool stuff in RuneScape. Have a week, everybody.